Survival House Network.
Behind the Mask presents their one-year anniversary call-in show.
This is Carolyn Gordon. My pussy does not have cobwebs.
Do you need to be so tired? Take your hands and grab your scrotum. I soak through my depends. Pull out your testicles. All hot cocks turn me on. Old hot cocks turn me on. Young hot cocks turn me on. Lick my brown hole. I wanted to lick your ass pie.
My question is for Riverman. I just think he is the cutest thing. Is he single? And if he is, and he's interested, I want to lick the Oreo dust off his asshole. Thank you.
We are on the phone with Leslie Dean.
Leslie Dean from 976 Evil, Freddy's Dead, Girlfriend from Hell. Among shit. Among so much other stuff. God, what was that movie? I just watched it on Netflix a while back. It was you and C. Thomas Howell. Was that To Protect and Serve?
To Protect and Serve.
Yeah, you were great. I'm not a big C. Thomas Howell fan much, but...
Aw, thank you.
You don't like pony... Oh, you didn't defend C. Thomas Howell.
Hell no. Is he kind of douchey? I think he's kind of douchey.
No, actually, it was really cool.
Is he?
It was very, very cool.
Don't you feel like an ass?
Well, no.
Well, that's okay. No, he was actually a really cool guy. I actually had a blast doing the film with him.
Well, that's good. That's good. Pony boy.
Yes, Pony boy.
Stay cold.
So what are you up to right now? You said you're about to go into studio?
Yeah, we just, we got like these 10 songs coming out. Gonna go in and do some music and then come out and do some editing for the video that we've started shooting. So, we're the Big D do-it-yourself band, and it's just been a thing of like teaching myself and my assistant, Captain Canada, how to shoot video and edit and Photoshop and all that fun stuff. So
awesome. Well, take a second. This is going to be on the show, so take a second and kind of plug your band and stuff. Tell people what you're all about.
Oh, do I have to?
I'm twisting your arm, baby.
Well, we're Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs, and I think somebody really put the right word to us. We're glitter punk, but it's neo-glitter punk, slam pop. That's what we are. A little bit of horror as well.
Yeah.
And we were born out of roller derby. So we put on a really great show. The music's interesting. And we're about to do a whole bunch of videos that hopefully will be fun. And I want to do videos that interact with like all of our friends online. And you can find us at www.scarycherry.com, and also we're on Facebook.
Awesome. Now, you guys have any, I know, you're going to be busy for a little bit here doing videos and whatnot, but do you guys have any plans of any upcoming tours or anything like that?
Yeah, as soon as all this is done, just so we really have something to push.
Cool.
So, yeah, I would say probably midsummer we'll probably start to get branching out a bit. It's just, doing everything yourself. You're also your marketing company, and want to try to do it right this time, and, have consistent content coming out, and that's why it's a little bit difficult to just choreograph all this stuff. But it's cool. I feel like I'm going to school right now, so I'm having fun learning all this shit.
Right on. Well, I know.
As you know, you're doing really good too. So
yeah, we're trying
as well. I mean,
we're trying.
Same thing.
The grassroots. Yeah.
I know we don't have you for very long, so we might just kind of like start going rapid fire on you.
Yeah.
Try to just get all across the board on everything.
If we're gonna go rapid fire, I mean, I have to admit, you know, I know you talk with Lush, Nate, whatever, you know him by. I've never met you before. My name's Aaron, by the way.
Hey, Aaron, how are you?
I am fantastic.
Good.
I just want to say that Freddy's Dead is my favorite Freddy movie in the world. No, seriously, it always was. I love it. I'm sorry. I know it's old and that's not relevant, but it was amazing.
The Power Glove.
Did you get to meet Roseanne and Tom Arnold?
Oh, yeah, I worked with them.
I know. Did you actually? I didn't know if you guys... Okay.
Yeah. Brecken and I hung out with them in their trailer, and they were really cool. And one thing I got to say about the both of them, they're huge philanthropists. I know there was a little girl who was getting abused in her house, and they were on the phone with all kinds of people trying to help this little girl get out of the house and get her to like a safe shelter. So it was really sort of cool to see that side of both of them.
I love Tom Arnold. We love Tom Arnold here.
Yeah.
We think he's hilarious. We could go. We could do Tom True Lies quotes all day long. But that's very cool. Brecken Meyer too. He's also. What is he doing nowadays? I know he had a TV show.
Franklin and Bash.
Oh yeah, with Zach.
Yeah.
Morris.
Yeah.
Okay, rock on.
With Preppy. Yeah.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Yeah. But do you by chance? Who all do you keep in contact with that you've worked with in the past on film?
Oh, God. I keep in touch. Well, Tuesday, Nye and I are really, really good friends, and we've been really good friends for the longest time. Whenever I moved to L.A., actually ended up being roommates with her for a short time. So I've known her for a long time. Keep in touch with her. Keep in touch with Robert and Nancy. Keep in touch with Ricky, Dean, Logan. I don't know. A lot of people.
When you say Robert, do you mean Robert Englund?
Yeah.
Is he a nice guy?
Robert's awesome.
He seems like he's super nice.
Aaron's having like a total fanboy moment.
I am. I'm scared to have the fanboy moment. I am going to be studying in potentially Glendale, and I hear he lives there. I'm going to stalk him. I'm going to try and find out what coffee shop he frequents, and I'm just going to sit across from every single.
No, he's a great guy. I actually, whenever I got the job to work at 976 Evil with him, I ended up falling madly in love with him. I had the biggest crush
you gotta fight
on
me
him.
for him, baby.
Do what?
You got to fight me for him.
Yeah. Okay, I will. I'll kick your ass, but that's where him and Nancy met.
What?
Him and his wife actually met on the set of 976 Evil.
That's very cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was the art director for that.
Right on.
But yeah, I'll step in the round with you. Over Robert.
We'll get him in a roller derby.
Just call him on the cell phone and get him in on this conversation. I mean,
that'll happen. Now, what was your experience like on Girlfriend from Hell with our buddy Leanne Curtis?
Oh, it was great. I keep in touch with Leanne too, so it was fun. You know, that was during the time I think SAG was on strike, and we were all out of work actors that got to find a job and just work on a set that was really fun, and pretty much we were all loose cannons and had a blast.
Yeah, that was definitely that loose cannon time frame, I'm sure, for all of you guys.
Yeah. I'm not even going to go there.
Hey, Leanne did. She told us all kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure Leanne had a lot of shit to tell.
Oh, that lady has some stories, man.
And hey, this is Riverman here. I was just kind of curious what the favorite film you worked on was. Was it 976 Evil or Freddy's Dead? Or?
Oh, gosh. I guess...
Either or the most challenging, either or.
I gotta say, I mean, 976 Evil was just a blast because that was like my first film to get it, and that was Robert's directorial debut.
Yeah.
We were all really, really, really close, and he's just such an amazing director that it was a great experience. And of course, Freddy's Dead was fun to work on. I mean, we were on set for basically 3 months, so we became really close, and getting to work with Roseanne and Tom and Johnny Depp again, and it was really fun.
That's cool.
Now, is there a movie that you've done that when it came out you were like, why was I in that?
I don't think so, because I was pretty choosy about what I did.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Understandable.
Yeah, I was really choosy, and if I was going into one that I didn't think was going to be good, I just tried to find something positive in it. And, you know, it's just like what you do in life. You can either, well, I'm not going to get into like some kind of philosophical talk, you know what I'm talking about. So, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of dish and dirt to like throw out. I'm sort of anti that, so.
Sure.
That's cool with us.
Hell yeah. Can respect that.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
What you were going to say was, I'm sure, way more important than what I was going to say.
Oh, no. Not at all. Not at all. Go ahead.
I have something important to say if neither one of you are just going to do it.
All right, we'll let Fanboy talk.
River, she got to work with Alice Cooper, one of our heroes. Did you meet Alice?
Yeah.
Yes, I did get to meet Alice. Actually, I have a picture of myself with Alice Cooper. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I did. He was very cool. Very, very cool.
Yes, sir. May I have another?
We're not worthy.
Do you?
That film alone just had some great people in it.
Absolutely. It's drawing most of my questions.
Yeah. That, but the soundtrack, I think, is nothing but Goo Goo Dolls.
I have
tracks.
the soundtrack.
Isn't it all Goo Goo Dolls crap?
Well, it was. I think it was on Metal Blade Records, and Goo Goo Dolls were on that label.
Yeah.
Nice.
I saw the tape for $1. I almost picked it up, but
I bought it for CD for $1.
Do you got any plans, like in the future, to do any more film work at all? Or I know you're super focused on the music right now, but if the right thing came along, would you do it?
Yeah, of course. I'm never going to say no. Yeah, of course. Also, by working just a little bit that I've started doing with filming, it'd be fun and we tried to do this when we went on tour, the Bang Bangs, where we wanted to shoot like a horror film while we were on tour. So, if anything, it's like, yeah, I'll do something. And I sort of see Scary Cherry becoming a horror film. Or a horror character. I mean, I think she's pretty much prime for it. And we don't really have a lot of female, like, fucked up people. Can I say that on your thing?
Oh, yeah.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
But yeah, you just don't, you don't see a lot of those, any kind of female scary people.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun, and I know I could play the shit out of it, so.
Fuck yeah, you could. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I obviously, I would love to see you guys live. I mean, I've seen video of some of your live shows, and it just looks fucking fantastic. So.
Yeah, we're about to start. I mean, like our live show is really, it's like going to see like an Iggy Pop. It's sort of like Iggy Pop meets, what was the guy who used to shit on stage? Gigi Allen. It's sort of like that.
Yeah.
But, you walk out without shit on you. But it's got a lot of live raw energy, and now we're really looking to do more of a production. Like some people said, "Oh my God, you're like a cross between Alice Cooper banged Cherry Curry from the Runaways." So we really want to try to start incorporating a production aspect to the show to sort of match the energy. So
that was one thing I had kind of it reminded me of when I saw some of those videos. Because, like, just before I watched some of the videos, I had just seen the Jenna Torturers live. And,
right, we played with them.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. And, that show's insane.
Yeah.
So, would you guys kind of go to some of those extremes, potentially, or...
Yeah, but we're a little bit glam too, so it's almost like doing blood with glitter or something. I just can't help it. I'm a morbid type girl, so there's going to have to be some kind of, morbid horror aspect to it. But there's also a little bit of like smart ass cheekiness to it, and a little bit of Clockwork Orange. That would be my dream show. It's like Alice Cooper meets. Clockwork Orange meets, Queen or something.
Hell yeah.
That's an acid trip, huh?
That sounds like a show I'd go to.
Exactly.
And drop acid at, probably.
This is...
I'm scared of drugs. I'm such a baby when it comes to drugs. Terrified of him.
I have a question just coming from like a music person, a musician myself. You name drop people like Iggy Pop and whatnot, but who are your influences for playing the music you do? Like, who do you love?
I mean, like whenever I write music, it just sort of comes out of me. But I mean, people that it's like I would love to emulate, and it's so funny. I always want to emulate guys instead of girls. But I mean, Iggy Pop is one of them, you know. And then there's Trent Reznor as well, which we toured with in my old band. And
did you really? That's cool.
Yeah. We toured with them, Marilyn Manson, and Typo Negative.
Oh wow!
Awesome.
I'm a huge Typo fan. Trent Reznor, I was never really a big fan until I actually really like his score stuff he's been doing,
Yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah,
he's
brilliant.
To me, he's found something.
Oh, he's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, I mean, his soundscaping is really, really good.
He's brilliant.
That's very, very cool. Did you, did you get to hang out with, like, on a tour like with Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson? How disconnected is everybody on a busy tour like that? Do you guys all have like a chance to see each other backstage? Or is
Oh God, yeah, it was a blast. It was basically who I hung out most with. Danny Lohner from Nine Inch Nails and Brian Marilyn Manson. That's who I hung out with all the time.
Danny Lohner,
and Trent. And one of my girlfriends from the band ended up marrying Danny Lohner from Nine Inch Nails. They were married for like 8 years. Yeah.
Really?
And then Typo Negative, it's like the closing show. Like they'd always they'd come on after us and they're like, I smell tuna, just making these comments. So like the last show, they came out, or Nine Inch Nails came on and started, trying to pull us off the stage and all that. So we got like in a scrapping rumble with them. Then whenever Typo Negative came on, we got all their mics and we dumped them in tuna juice.
I bet. I mean, if you had any stories with Peter Steele, I'm pretty sure they'd be pretty cherished because he always seemed like he was a real hoot. And
they were great guys.
Yeah.
I can't believe what happened. What was it? Past year or last year?
I believe it was probably 2 years ago.
2 years ago now. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
I thought he was incredible. So
now was that Femme to Femme?
Yeah, that was Femme to Femme.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Very
cool. Right on.
Yep.
Well, how soon are you having to get into the studio there, hon?
They're still looking at me, but whatever.
we can let you get going. We're super glad that you were able to call. I know you're extremely fucking busy.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm glad you texted me and I saw it. So I'm just glad I finally got to talk to you guys, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. So
no problem.
Thank you, Leslie.
And we'll have to do it again. Maybe once you guys start getting some videos, rolling out and stuff like that, and we can
you can make fun of all my directorial debut.
Fucking hey, man.
That'd be awesome.
We'll spread the shit out of that.
Hey, at least I'm trying, right?
You gotta. You gotta.
Well, it was great to talk to you guys.
You too, Leslie. We'll be in touch soon.
Okie doke.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
How you doing, Zach?
Mr. Zach Wells.
What's happening, man?
Nothing at all.
One of our most loyal listeners of the show, Mr. Zach Wells.
Heck yeah.
What have you been watching, man?
What have I been watching? I just watched, oddly enough, the Pulp Fiction for the first time last night.
First time.
What?
Wowzers.
I said,
Yeah.
God damn.
I always enjoyed Ving Rhames with a gag ball in his mouth.
Because you hate Ving
I know, I
Rhames.
do.
That's all he was good in.
That's the only film I actually like Ving Rhames in, and I don't know, I just can't stand Ving Rhames.
Well, you have an upper hand of watching it. How old are you, Zach?
22.
You got an upper hand watching it now, because I watched it when it first came out, and I was like in, the 4th grade, and I didn't understand it. I just didn't know what was going on. I'm like...
You're like, wait, John Travolta just got shot.
Yeah,
Why is he alive?
That's exactly. I didn't get the whole, perceptive angle of the directing.
Yeah.
So it went over my head the first time, so it's like, I didn't understand the story, but all I knew is some black guy was getting raped, and I'm like, what is going on
It's
here?
funny because I actually understood the story. I actually went out and bought the soundtrack like a few weeks later because I love the fucking score on that movie.
How did you? I didn't have money when I was like 8. Where the hell did you get money to go out and buy the soundtrack?
I don't know. I probably mooched off one of my parents or something. I don't know.
Hey, Mom, you know that movie I just watched with the black guy getting raped?
Yeah.
I want to go buy the soundtrack.
Yeah, I think my dad gave me the money to go buy it. Yeah, it was awesome because he liked the movie. So
Look at us getting.
Does your dad hate Ving Rhames too?
Probably.
It's like, sure, son, go buy that soundtrack.
Ving Rhames is
Fuck
like
Ving Rhames.
He's supposed to play this big, intimidating, dude, but he's like 4'0". He's like the tiniest guy ever.
Is he really?
He's tiny.
He's like Tom Cruise stature.
Oh, he's tiny. He's shorter than you, man. He's a little dude. It's just the camera angle tricks. Like we got this big burly black dude. He's gonna be scary. Let's just not do any.
Let's shoot him from 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah, and don't stand him next to like anybody. But what did you think about the movie? Look at us going crazy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. We're just like rabid.
Sorry, Zach.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, but oddly, I never watched any Quentin Tarantino movies.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Wow.
That was I guess I did watch Grindhouse, but that was the only other one.
Oh yeah.
I think it's River's favorite one. Actually.
Yeah, I love Planet Terror. It's my favorite.
You mean
Death Proof?
Death Proof. Sorry. Ugh.
Yeah, I actually liked Death Proof better than Planet Terror.
Yeah, I love. Was that Zoe Bell on that? She fucking kicks ass, dude.
Oh yeah,
She's I
Kurt
think
Russell.
she's actually a stunt woman too.
Stuntman Mike, dude. Yeah, he just mentioned Kurt Russell.
Oh, Kurt Russell's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
love it at the end when he's just like the whiniest little bitch.
See,
Please,
some people hate the fact that he got his head stomped in, but I love that.
That's
shit,
the
dude.
funny thing. It's too bad the movie wasn't bigger than what it was because I would have loved to seen a Kurt Russell resurgence like we had a John Travolta one.
Yeah.
Or it's Sam Jackson or whoever because he's really great. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. He's still kind of a virgin when it comes to Quentin. What should we recommend next? I mean, I love Jackie Brown. It was his follow-up to Pulp Fiction. No, it's not violent like Pulp Fiction. It's not as confusing, but it's the same style of directing. You know, the different perceptions of the different characters.
Okay.
And it's very very retro, but it's got great performances by Michael Keaton, Sam Jackson again, Pam Grier.
Oh, we love Pam Grier.
Et cetera, et cetera. So that's a good one. And 4 Rooms, which I know he just did one segment.
4 Rooms is pretty good.
I love it.
I really enjoyed that.
4 Rooms is really good. Yeah, and of course, if you didn't watch Inglourious Bastards, that's really definitely worth a watch
Excellent.
as well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I want to see more Hitler paper mache getting blown away.
Machine gun to the face.
Yeah.
It's fictitious history. Ugh, I can't say
Fictitious
it.
history?
Yeah, something like that. Fictitious, yeah.
Fictitious history?
History, yeah.
History.
Historical fiction.
Historical, or you could say that.
That rolls off the
way.
tongue a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, I don't know. Since we got you on here, I don't know if there's anything particular you want to talk about. I'll get it rolling. How is River doing at his job? Yeah, I want your thoughts.
On the show?
Just in general life.
Does he get a D for his vocabulary?
How's he keeping up with his health? Is he an appropriate weight for his age? Is he treating his lady right at home? Everything.
I better be.
No, yeah. Just give us your opinions, man. How
what are I mean, well, just in general, like what's some of the favorite parts of the show? Is there anything we should keep doing? Is there anything you want us to stop doing?
I just the talking back and forth is great.
Hell yeah, man.
What is there any? This is cool. It's a chance for us to get a little feedback. Is there any?
Exactly.
Is there any flicks that you would like us to like review?
Yeah,
what should we review? Yeah.
Like, because honestly, we want to keep it broad. We want to kind of. We want to do not just like the horror stuff, but different branches of horror, and also we love action movies. We love the comic stuff. We love
80s, 90s nostalgia.
Nostalgia. It doesn't matter, man.
Sure.
I'm just as happy talking about the Wonder Years as I am talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Hellraiser.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to hear about if it was you? Who are you?
The nostalgia is like I'd like to. Edward Furlong retrospect.
Hell yeah.
Retrospective.
That's the man. No, we didn't talk about.
We've been talking about it behind the scenes to do because we want to get Edward on the show, man.
Yeah.
So, and actually, I am about to crack down on that. I think we can get Edward, and that's why we've been holding off doing a whole lot of Edward talk, because I want to get him on the show so we can just have an Edward episode.
Okay, now Zach, we need you to come up with like 5,000 aliases, and then sign a petition with each one of those to get Eddie on the show.
and then while you're at it, take each one of those aliases, register them, and email
register them on the website,
and then register each one of those emails on the website and like our Facebook. I gotta whore it. We gotta whore it.
You're such a whore. No, that's
Ernest
a good
P.
idea.
Worrell retrospect.
Yeah, Eddie Furlong retrospect.
Eddie Furlong's fucking great.
Have you ever seen Zach? Have you ever seen Animal Factory?
Oh no, I haven't. But what you were talking about sounded really interesting.
Yeah, what was that? Thumb in her ass?
Tom
Arnold.
Oh, you caught it? Yeah. Oh,
And we were just talking about Tom Arnold with Leslie.
Yeah, we just talked to Leslie Dean from
976 Evil, Freddy's Dead, Girlfriend from
so
Hell.
technically, she's like your opening act. You
Yeah.
can stroke yourself.
She opened for you.
But no, it's really good. It's funny because I've been talking about that flick, and then all of a sudden, like last week or something, they actually put it on the stream in Netflix. If you have Netflix,
Cool.
yeah, so it's there, and it's really good. It's got Willem Dafoe, and Tom Arnold's got a minor part, but a very potent part.
I've seen a majority of that, and it's a pretty brutal little prison flick, man.
I really like it. Definitely indie. It was directed by, and I do believe written by Steve Buscemi as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Steve Buscemi.
So
Love that guy.
And he actually plays the warden,
Yeah.
Buscemi.
Yeah.
Really? Does he play a good warden?
Like I said, his parts are kind of. You see him when he's talking about getting, when Defoe is trying to like hit parole hearing and stuff like that.
I don't know.
So it's kind of a minimal thing.
He was just kind of funny looking.
Yeah,
Just in a general sort of way.
he looks like a chewed up piece of bubble gum. Like that one. Like this. Like when I think of a chewed up piece of bubble gum, I think of that one tall, lanky Boys to Man guy.
Oh God!
It's like they had good voices, but man, they were all fugly, man.
Let's not go there again. We're gonna start with the steak lip stuff again.
No, it's not like that. I just mean they were ugly dudes. I mean, it's like they had great voices, but one of them looked like a fish. He's like all short, and he had like the big old lips.
Okay, all right.
No, and then one guy, the tall, he was really tall. He had big dopey ears. He looked like a chewed up piece of bubble gum.
We're gonna get sued by the NAACP, I think.
Boys to Men become.
I challenge the Boys to Men to come and sue us so I can get an interview. So I can trick them. Like, no, this phone call is gonna be recorded.
We're gonna get a phone call from fucking Al Sharpton or something.
I've been served. Well, you're serving our public.
Listen, Crackers. You watch it with your stereotypes.
Ask him where he does his hair, man. I want to find out.
Who is your barber, sir?
This is a weird.
Ice Cube.
Oh, come on.
Oh, dude, I would kill to have Ice Cube on the show. You guys
Yeah,
know.
dude. I love Ice Cube.
I love
He's
Cube.
great.
You know?
He was just in that shitty movie Barbershop. Right?
Not just. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then Barbershop 2.
8 years ago.
You know your barbershop.
I do. We saw the first barbershop.
You know your
theater.
barbershop.
We did. You and I did.
Is that where they steal the ATM machine or whatever? Yeah, they steal it and they hide it at the mama's house.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty. It was kind of a so-so flick.
It was funny, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zach.
You know,
we're
what
doing
would
all
make,
time.
I was thinking of what would make another good episode or like an idea
Yes.
would be like if you take like a classic movie like Nightmare on Elm Street and then pair it against the remake.
Oh yeah.
I just think it'd be hilarious. It would just be hilarious to hear you guys talk shit about the remake for
Hey,
a long
man,
time.
how do you just go and assuming I didn't like it better? I hate it. It sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. So that kind of ruins that. But yeah, we could just rip it to shreds for 30
Oh
minutes.
yeah. We did the same thing with the Dawn of the Dead remake, which I fucking hate.
I just hate they didn't utilize Horshack to their fullest potential.
No,
they didn't give him any. Dude, Freddy had such awesome dialogue, and then all he can do is. You remember me? Are you scared of me? Do you remember me? I said that.
There's this part where
Dude, it's like
there's this part where the girl.
Sound like a fucking pedophile. Jesus Christ.
sound like Cookie Monster
There's
got into a car accident or something.
That's all he said. That's all he said. The whole freaking movie was. I'm gonna. We're going to play.
Me want cookie. They should have just threw
Love
that in there.
cookie.
But Did you guys?
Sorry, Zach, we're not letting a word in here.
Did you guys notice? There's this part towards the end where the girl goes, "Oh, this can't be real," and he just grabs her and forces her to look at him and goes, "It's real."
Great line, Freddie.
Like I laughed so loud.
He's got the Sylvester Stallone going on, where like I think it's because he's burned, but like half his mouth doesn't move. That's why he talk like this.
Like
He actually looks his makeup.
All strokey.
He what?
His makeup kind of looks like the Cowardly Lion towards the end.
I think he looks like
Courage.
I think he looks like one of the sleepwalkers. He's just sleeping. Like consider yourself lunch.
Yeah.
You know. He's,
What do you? I don't remember if you were in on the conversation online, Zach. But I think it was on the Facebook page. We had talked about doing a kind of a roast of Michael Bay. What do you think of that?
An episode?
a roast. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt real quick.
Or it could be part of an episode.
A
or something.
roast implies that it's all in good fun. When I really fucking want to ream that guy.
Yeah, no,
It's not.
It would like literally be like skewer up his ass, out his mouth, and like turning him on a
I don't
fucking
know.
crank.
I'll defend Bad Boys to my death, man.
Oh,
I love
okay.
Bad Boys.
I hope not Bad Boys 2 though.
Nah, that sucked. But I love Bad Boys.
No, you know, and I'm not immune to that either. I like The Rock.
The only movies of his I've ever watched and liked were, I think, Bad Boys, and that's it. I stopped watching them altogether after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I fucking Connery's badass, dude.
Oh, I love Sean Connery, and he's the only reason why I like him.
I love Nick Cage,
Tony
too.
Todd was in The Rock. Nick Cage.
He did Con Air, though, didn't
Michael Biehn.
Did he?
Huh?
He did Con Air?
Oh, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another good
yeah,
one.
it was.
You guys are roasting
Did he? I don't know.
a great director. What
No,
the fuck?
you know what? I don't know if he did Con Air. Zach, what do you think? Did he do Con Air? Do you know?
I don't want to think. I want the facts.
I don't think so.
All right. Todd,
I was going to look it up, but I was like, yeah,
Riverman was going to look it up, but he's like, fuck it, who
it's
cares?
too far. Keyboards.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I think it was, Simon West. Simon West.
Yeah.
But it was a Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
production.
Man.
Like Michael Bay had his tongue up Bruckheimer's ass for a
I'm
while
sure.
or something. It's Hollywood, I guess you gotta do it. Whatever.
Who was the escape convict? Was that Buscemi? Who was in that? That was like the escape convict.
Yeah,
Was
the
it
creepy dude. He
was it
had
Buscemi?
the tea party with the little girl.
Yeah.
Wasn't it John Leguizamo played the
tranny? That's Tu
Yeah.
Wong Fu, right? Well, that too.
No, it wasn't Leguizamo. No.
He was in Tu Wong Fu.
Yeah. that was-
And he played too much of a convincing woman. I
Leguizamo
doubt
was
myself.
not in Con Air.
Dude, Swayze was pretty hot.
Dude, John Leguizamo was hot in Tu Wong Fu, dude. I felt some stuff in my pants, and I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I didn't
Hey John, can you just hold your nuts up, please? So
You
so I
pulled
don't
it
touch them?
out when Wesley Snipes came on screen. Did he play Tu Wong Fu?
Yeah, he did too, but he didn't look convincing, man. He just looks.
You love his jawline, don't you?
How did we get to Tu Wong Fu?
Did
Dude, we should do an episode on Tu Wong Fu.
Wow.
John Leguizamo? Did you guys ever watch The Pest?
Oh, of course,
Yeah,
man.
Unfortunately.
Why
you like that?
Why are you doing this?
That movie
Why
is so
are you
stupid.
my past?
You guys like that movie?
That movie's awesome, dude.
I love that movie when I was little.
Awesome, dude.
Oh,
Like,
I wanted to shoot myself after I watched
I
it.
love it. He's like,
Oh,
I thought I was
It
your
also,
best friend. You are my best friend. That's why I picked it, the ninja.
What was that, Zach?
it also has the guy from the pedophile guy from
Jeffrey Jones.
Howard the Duck.
Oh, yeah.
Jeffrey Jones. Screw that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do love Beetlejuice. And
Yeah.
of course, Ferris Bueller.
He was great also in Ravenous. Did you guys ever see that?
Ravenous, yeah.
Like
That's a
kind
really good movie.
of Civil War era, like
Guy
cannibal movie.
Pearce,
Oh,
wasn't he in
fucking
that?
awesome. I love
Yeah.
it.
Didn't see it.
The Pest, though, what the fuck? Are you guys on
Dude, I love that movie.
It's
Just
a guil-
smoking crack?
It's a guilty pleasure. It's nothing but Jew jokes,
It's not
too.
guilty, dude.
He made nothing
Yeah.
but Jew jokes the whole movie. And I don't even know. I mean, like, I personally don't really get off on Jew jokes. I don't know. But he was so. I liked. I don't know.
I thought that movie was like the funniest thing ever when I was little, but I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
Still
And see,
funny.
I rented it when it came out on video,
Yeah.
and I fucking hated it. How many years ago was that? And I fucking hated it then. I was like, this is stupid. But
I remember I watched it.
stupid.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Hey, agree to disagree. I guess. Moving on.
I don't even know what the topic of this conversation was. We just merged.
It started out as like Eddie Furlong retrospective, and then we ended up on
Dude,
Too Long Fu.
Then we can do a John Leguizamo retrospect and talk about that film where he's a pedophile or whatever, and he's raping his baby.
How are we on
no. He wasn't a pedophile. It was consensual between a minor and an adult.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was. She was a man-eater. She went after him, and then she traded him up. Remember they were doing, like, they were hooking on the side?
Yeah,
She started a little clique of high school girls that were hooking.
Yeah. I remember.
And,
Speaking of retrospectives, though, you could do a Ernest P. Worrell retrospective.
Heck yeah, dude. I love... I mean, we'd only go so far with that. I mean... Whoever actually watched Ernest in the Army when it got really weird. You did?
Slam Dunk Ernest is my favorite.
Slam Dunk Ernest was the last one I watched. And I actually enjoyed it, but I like Scared Stupid, and I like Goes to Camp, and I like Prison.
The last one I watched was Ernest Goes to School.
That one's not good.
After that...
Was there Ernest
and the chick from Scrubs?
Or was there,
no, Ernest goes to Mars.
I don't even think I've seen Ernest Goes to School.
Ernest Goes to
Ernest lays to rest, yeah.
Ernest takes 2 dicks in his mouth.
Ernest goes to
and one in
Ernest
his
goes
dead
to
ass.
hell. It's like
That would be cool. Ernest Goes to Hell. He like has to fight his way out of hell and like beat Satan and stuff.
I remember.
I would watch that shit.
I remember after Jim Varney passed away. After Jim Varney passed away, I was reading the Sunday paper, and you know one of those political cartoon artists they have. Mm-hmm. He just drew a picture. It's not even political, but it just had a tombstone, and it said Jim Varney. And then there's a speech bubble coming out of the tombstone, and it said, "Don't smoke, Vern." Know what I mean? I'm like, that's too soon.
Come on now. That's fucked up.
He died?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's
Is that died though?
he died.
He wasn't. I don't even know. Was he in this? He was in the first Toy Story movie.
I think
he was in the second Toy Story movie, but like right when that one was being like pushed and that was in theaters, he died.
Right after
so that was like
2,
what, 1999, 2000?
No, it was
early
2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s, I think.
So he's been dead like over 10 years for sure.
Yeah. And you can find all his movies in the $5 Blu-ray bin or $7.
We didn't even realize it, but we're doing the whole 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon because Jim Varney guest starred on a series of episodes in Roseanne where he dated Jackie, and we were just talking about Roseanne with Leslie Dean, who was in Freddy's Dead, and then that's about it. That's like 2 degrees, sorry.
We were talking about Freddy.
But Freddy is the second largest horror franchise next to Friday the 13th, which launched Kevin Bacon's career.
Oh!
Yeah!
What's your guys' least favorite Freddy movie?
The least favorite?
5?
Yeah, A Dream Child.
Yeah.
But
Mine too.
Yeah, exactly. Like people argue which one's worse, Freddy's Dead or Dream Child, and I think it's Dream Child.
Oh,
Freddy's Dead's a guilty pleasure. It's great.
Freddy's Dead is awesome. It's got so many cameos and so many like people that had careers later on.
I love Freddy's Dead.
Even with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I think
Freddy's
Dead's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I think I might have lied to Leslie Dean because I really do say Freddy's Dead's my favorite, but I love 2 as
Freddy
well.
2 is the best. I think.
2 it's the unsung
so
hero.
dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to really like New Nightmare, but I kind of got tired of it. But I really like New
I
Nightmare.
hate New Nightmare.
You hate it?
Ugh.
Freddy, Elm Street 2 was the one that really fucked me up when
It's
when I was a kid.
Right
Scared
on
the
that
crap
school
out
bus.
of me.
It has
Scared the crap
the
out of me.
greatest opening nightmare scene with that school bus.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
That fucked me up. And
It's a really creepy movie, part 2. I'm surprised people don't like it.
And then when Freddy crawls out of Mark Patton, like that just.
And is the gym teacher's like the sadist
Great
or whatever?
Yeah. Oh.
And I just love his scream. He screams from his like nightmares, like I don't know.
That's one of the few movies I remember like from my youth. Like I did not want to go to bed after I watched it. I was freaked out.
And like his girlfriend, who was he trying to kid having a girlfriend? Like that guy was the biggest case I've ever seen in my life. And she looked like Meryl Streep, so she wasn't even hot.
Now we're gonna start with the gay stereotypes.
What? I didn't say anything.
We moved off the black stereotypes. Now let's go on to gay.
Well, looking like a chewed up piece of bubblegum is not a black stereotype. That's a human stereotype. That's a human.
I just gotta give you shit, man. I just gotta give you shit.
I'm half black.
You're talking shit about Meryl Streep over there.
I'm half black.
Yeah, now we're going with the Meryl Streep stereotypes.
And I'm related to Meryl Streep.
Where's it gonna end?
So, what about your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street, Zach?
It's probably a tie between 2 and 3.
Yeah. Oh, 3 is great too. I mean,
Three was,
Dream Warrior.
Dream Warriors, yeah.
that was the introduction into the one-liner territory.
It was Patricia Arquette, right? In that
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why should we fight? You're old friends, you and I. Let's get high.
I love that part. That was my favorite part. Like
I love it when,
the marionette kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, above the hospital.
Yeah.
I just love how he would go into those two different voices. Every now and because the way they would record Robert Englund's voice, he would obviously act normally, and they would go in overdub and pretty much slow down his voice to make it that deep. But every now and again, he would go into that Robert Englund voice in the movie, like that scene I just quoted, where he's like, I want to say it again, I love it so much. But it just makes it so potent. I love it. You're old friends, you and I.
Let's get high.
The one sequence that really screwed me up when I was a kid, though, was I think it was Freddy 4, where she turns into the Fly when she's bench pressing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that thing fucked me up when I was a kid. I was so scared after I saw that shit.
I really miss... To me, I mean...
I don't ever want to lift weights.
No. Her arms rip open. It's like, oh, my God.
Freddy Krueger... Yeah, it's the most mainstream you could get in horror and stuff like that. But I think you could outgrow it even. But no one can deny that we all watched it when we were kids. And it's just like with music, people want to dog on a band like Metallica, and once they move on to heavier pastures and just. But you can't deny they're the ones that got you into the genre.
Oh, I still love Elm Street, man.
Same thing with Elm Street. And I do miss it was the glory days of practical effects where they weren't really scary, but I miss the claymation Freddy Worm and. And the arms seem like he's talking about. Nowadays that would be CGI. Even in like Freddy versus Jason, we had that little Freddy roach worm that was CGI. It's like it's just kind of, I don't know.
I personally like Nightmare on Elm Street better than Friday the 13th, but I mean I still like Friday the 13th.
I like Nightmare on Elm Street just because they're different. The Friday the 13th are too.
Yeah, I think I'd put Nightmare above Halloween and Friday the 13th because they're more. Just creative.
Well, I'll say this. I really, really, really love the original Halloween, and I think River disagrees with me. I really like Halloween Part 2.
I hate Halloween 2.
I like Halloween 2. Now,
I think they both go together perfect. I almost just call them one movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just like that.
I don't know.
Maybe River just thinks it should have stopped where it stopped, and But either way, I will say this: I don't care really for any Halloweens past the second one. I mean, the 3 is kind of a guilty pleasure, but I'm not even counting that.
I love 3.
Yeah, I like Part 3. I like Part 3 a lot.
But past that, it's just like, okay, whatever. I will say this about Nightmare on Elm Street. I can watch the whole series, and at least even the one I least regard is Part 5. I can still watch it, and they're all different. Mm-hmm. Whereas like Friday the 13th. I like it, but man, it gets so old. Don't ever put me in front of a marathon of Friday the 13th. Yeah. And that's why Jason Goes to Hell and Jason Takes Manhattan are my favorite because you get to see him leave the Crystal Lake.
Everybody hates Jason Takes Manhattan, but I love it.
It's the best.
So
I love
cheesy.
I love it when he gets his ass kicked by that boxer.
And then he knocks his head off. He fucking uppercuts his head off. It's awesome.
I don't know why people dog it. It's like, what are you comparing it to? You're comparing it to 20 other movies where he just does the same thing to the same naked teenagers at the camp. Like, what? Yeah. Why is this one so bad and the other ones are good?
Well, because I don't think they like the ending where the toxic waste turns him into a child. Which doesn't really make any sense.
It does not make sense.
But none of it makes any sense. We got a guy that can't die and he keeps coming out of a lake, for God's sake.
That's true.
Yeah. Toxic
a lot of people hate it because of how he looks in the movie.
It was a vat of chemicals.
What's that, Zach?
A lot of people hate it just because, how weird he looks without his mask on. He kind of looks like a jack-o'-lantern or something.
Yeah, he does look kind of goofy, but I don't know.
He looks like the Toxic Avenger got his ass beat.
Yeah, he does.
My grandmother looks like a jack-o'-lantern, and I take offense to your comments.
What my least favorite Friday the 13th is actually Part 7. Even though Jason looks great in it, I just think it's the weakest movie in the series. Yeah. Or at least in the Paramount.
I like in the, is it the final chapter with Feldman?
Yeah.
The final chapter?
Yes.
I like when he falls on his own machete and he just starts sinking into it in his eye. It's like he's literally pushing himself into it. Like, try and get up, why don't you?
That dude kind of creeped me out, when Feldman cuts his hair off or whatever.
Jason.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, he looks He looked like a little fucking like crack baby kid or something like. He
a
was
little sense of foreshadowing, was it?
Yeah.
Are we talking about Hain now?
No. Oh, I am talking about Haim. Sorry.
Yeah. You got the wrong
God
Corey.
rest his soul.
Wrong Corey, bud.
Too soon.
Well,
if you
that will always be too soon.
Yeah, I'm a Hain lover.
I was in China for a while, and Corey Haim died while I was there. And in China, they really censor the media. So literally, Mel Gibson could have killed himself and 30 other people in some terrorist attack. And I would have.
I thought you were going to say started the Holocaust.
Whatever. Yeah, Mel Gibson could have started the Holocaust with Pee Wee Herman, and I never would have found out. I never would have found out. And
maybe that's why people are. Maybe that's why people are much more happy there. They censor the bad news stories.
Probably.
I don't know, man. That's a whole different topic about Chinese democracy and stuff. Yeah. But they anyway, I came back and I found out Haim died, and I didn't know. But even I found out nobody really knew and cared.
Yeah.
It was just so.
You know what? I think he was in my opinion, I think he was right on the verge of a comeback. Yeah. I really think he was. Because
I heard that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. They had that show, The Two Coreys. He had a cameo in, Crank 2, where he played that club owner with the mullet or whatever.
And that movie was horrible, and he was horrible.
It was just a cameo, but that could have been the start of more shit,
work,
Yeah. I just felt like he was on the verge of coming back, and he was even if it was just for nostalgia.
He was attempting a comeback at the sake of his own. He was ridiculing himself on a show like The Two Coreys, where he's just shown on screen crying like a little bitch the whole time. I mean, he was a sad case. I felt bad for him. He really had a lot of issues. It's dude, let it go. If you feel this bad, separate yourself. Move to another country. Start over. It's I don't live in the country where you used to be somebody. Go somewhere where you were never somebody and deal with it. I don't know. Something. Get a dog.
Go to Tibet.
Get a dog. I don't know.
Go to Tibet.
Which, by the way, in China, they don't know about the whole free Tibet movement. They don't know their own country's going up there and slaughtering the Tibetans. I mean, that's how crazy it is up there.
Let's not talk about the Chinese.
I'm fascinated by it. I literally.
Conversation going south.
Oh, wow.
Well, shit, man. Yeah,
that wasn't your fault that time, Goose.
We appreciate you calling in, Zach. I think we're gonna
roll into a break.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little break and jump on a new caller too. So
thanks very much for calling, man. Thanks for all your support, dude. We appreciate it, man.
And you will be in the running for the Leanne Curtis DVD. So just know that.
Awesome.
You are in the running.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. See ya.
Later, man.
See ya.
That movie was pretty good.
What? That movie gets an MG straight up MG material.
Honey, is that Robert De Niro across the street?
Hey, yo. Sure looks like him. Can't be, though.
Yeah, you. He's calling to us. Let's just go.
But it's Bobby fucking D, honey.
Hey, yo. That's right. It's Bobby fucking De Niro over here. Hey, a lot of people don't know this about me. Yeah, I'm mingling down here with the drug dealers, the pimps, the pushers, the low-level gangsters, Honestly, I'm slinging some shit myself. You may not know this about me, but I'm a fan of podcasts. Yeah, I've been listening to these guys, Bloodbaths and Boomsticks. A couple of knuckleheads from around the way. You got John Smallberries. What a fucking name on this guy. You got Corey G. The guy's fucking half retarded over here. Likes John Woo, for fuck's sake. Then you got Tim Gross. He's got the movie-watching Constitution of a Billy Goat. Hey, find these guys at bloodbathsandboomsticks.blogspot.com. Long fucking name, but just go find it. It's worth it. You knuckleheads got that?
Yeah?
Bloodbaths and Boomsticks. It's on the house.
This is Patrick Ray. How you doing?
Patrick, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much for calling in, man.
No problem.
If people don't know, let them know who you are. Let them know what you've done.
I'm an independent filmmaker out of Kansas City. My company is Sino Reality Pictures.
Done a lot of short films that played at the film festivals like Scream Fest, Shriek Fest, New York City Horror Film Festival, and just recently have a feature film out called Nail Biter, which just played at Texas Frightmare last weekend and played at Horror Hound weekend in Columbus, Ohio, and should be coming out on DVD in the fall. We're working with our distributor now and just getting all the materials in, and which has been a lengthy process.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and I still have a couple more weeks of stuff I gotta get together. So, but yeah, so been doing it for about 10 years now. So.
Yeah, and when I was, looking, obviously we were out at, Horror Hound weekend, and
right.
We met you out there. We actually, I think we're staying in the same hotel, and
right.
We
the beautiful, what was it, the Ramada? No, it was
the Baymont Inn.
The beautiful Baymont Inn.
Baymont,
oh, God,
yes, the Baymont.
Lovely, wasn't it?
Yes.
You know what? It could have been worse. I've stayed in worse. But yeah, that's where we met you. I think what was it that got us talking? It was me wearing that goddamn Serbian film shirt.
Yeah.
And you were like,
yeah.
oh,
Well,
no.
Yeah, the movie that, I won't even let my wife watch. I watched it by myself one night, and then afterwards I'm like, I don't think I'm not sure I'm not sure I can share this movie with anyone. But yeah, no, we were both I'm from Nebraska originally, and I think that kind of spurred the conversation. So
Yep, that definitely spurred it, and we got out there. There was three of us out there. I think one of us got out to to the actual screening of Nail Biter at the festival. And the other two of us, I think, were so drunk and tired and loopy that we just did not make it. But you were actually gracious enough to send a copy out. And, obviously we did watch it, did a review, written review on the website. And, I really did enjoy it, man. It was
certainly,
fun.
It's certainly an old-fashioned style horror movie in a sense. It doesn't have much gore, but it was, without giving away too much of the story. I mean, there's still some shock to the movie,
right?
Without being overtly gory, and we try to keep it looking a little bit more like it's not a movie for people with short attention spans. I mean, it's
sure.
cut in a way that it's a little bit more deliberately paced, and we shot the movie. A lot of the basement scenes were shot in the building that they used to shoot a lot of the movie Carnival of Souls in the 1960s, the original. So we were hoping that would somehow be good luck for us.
Yeah.
I guess. But it was a long process of getting the movie made. I mean, we started shooting it, part of it in 2009, and then we ran out of money, and then we had to start shooting more of it in 2010, and it took us a couple of years to get the post-production finished because the sound design was pretty heavy duty, and I didn't have a whole crew of people to do post-production. It just was like three of us. So
wow,
it was it took some time, and so now it's we finally finished the color correction. Actually, the version you saw didn't have the final color correction, and we just shipped the movie off to California last weekend for the distributor. So now it's in God's hands now, or in our case, the distributor. So yeah, it's been. I mean, we started the process in 2007, and here we are, 2012. So
yeah.
So it's been a long trip.
Well, you know what, man? I mean, you when you watch the movie, you really can't even tell. Even though if what I saw was not even the final product, it was still it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
And I think I of course am a fan of a lot of old school stuff where a lot of times what you don't see is scarier than what you do see.
Right.
So, not to say that I'm not a fan. I love my gore and I love blood all over the place and all that shit. But, it was cool, man. I mean, you get those like kind of creepy little vibes when, Erin McGrain, who played the mother. I don't remember her character's name. What was the character's name? Janet McGuire. She's banging on the, on the ceiling, basically, of the basement. And then all of a sudden you hear these foot stomps, back down on the floor. And, that's so, it was so creepy to me, because you don't know who's up there,
Right.
And it was really creepy. And I thought you got across a good kind of tense, claustrophobic atmosphere. Like, I mean, obviously I said all this in my review, but
right.
You did a great job, man, basically. Long story short.
We had a lot of time, but not a lot of money. So we basically spent a lot of time getting the lighting right and getting it to look the way we wanted it to, without just, And fortunately, the way the lighting was set up was we set the lights up on the ceiling of the basement, and then we shot 16 straight days there, but we could just leave the lights sitting there, so we didn't have to like tear them down. And so we basically had one big lighting setup for those 16 days, and that kind of, and a light, and we had like a switcher that allowed us to mimic lightning and all that stuff. So I mean, it was a good a script to try to tackle with a low budget, except for the fact that we had tornado in it, which we were like, oh, this is going to be no problem. And then, the hell were we thinking? And that was the tornado effects were the last thing we added to the movie. And luckily, we had a guy who he does effects for Fringe, and he did some stuff for Lost. He actually did the open for the TV show Alcatraz, which actually just got canceled. But he's in Kansas City, and he was gracious enough to do our tornado effects and did an awesome job. And
I thought you were going to say somebody call Jan de Bont. Quickly.
Yeah, right. Well, we were watching the DVD extras of Twister while we were shooting Nailbiter, and I'm like, fuck, they're having the same problems that we did, and they had $80 million. They're like, oh, look, it's sunny outside. There's nothing we can do about it. The difference being is that instead of having little fans that you could rent from Ace Hardware, they had a plane engine that they could blow trees with.
Industrial strength shit.
So, I mean, I was out there tying rope to tree branches and pulling on the trees. So it was,
nice.
You got to do what you got to do.
Fucking
but
A, man. Fucking A.
The thing is that, like, whenever we would schedule, like, for instance, the scenes with the deputy in the movie, whenever we would schedule those scenes, he had specific days that he could be there, and there was like very little elbow room with his schedule. Well, naturally, those days that he had to be there were sunny, even though in the script it was supposed to be cloudy.
Of course.
So it was like, oh, well, shit, I guess we're just going to have to deal with it, and that's the downfall of making an independent film that's dependent on weather. And I guess, we were fooled into thinking that since the movie was primarily set inside of a small storm cellar, that we were like, oh, this isn't going to be hard at all. And then it was like way more daunting than we anticipated. And of course, we never had a rain machine, so we had to basically figure out how we were going to do all that stuff. And
sure.
It's stuff like that you just have to you got to roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah. Now, how many? Obviously, that was your first feature, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and now how many shorts have you done? Because as I've been reading other reviews for Nailbiter, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, well, we've seen a lot of his shorts, over some time here. And
the short films have been on the festival circuit since 2006. So we've been doing them for a while. We've done quite a few. And I think I might have sent you some from like 2008 on, maybe.
Yeah, you did, and I've been extremely busy. As you know, we're getting our own movie together.
That's
so
that's totally fine. It's totally fine. But yeah, you know, it's you know, I did a group of short films with a television studio in Lawrence, Kansas, and we were able to win a couple regional Emmys with those films, and then
cool.
I made friends with Harry Manfredini, and he scored a couple of the short films.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they one of them, the Get Off My Porch shorts, played at like 55 film festivals at this point, and and the films just, you know, and for me the short films were kind of like a way of building up some awareness of what we were doing before we released Nailbiter, because it was kind of like, you know, people would like the short films and they're like, oh yeah, we can't wait to see a full length movie, and sort of like, okay, well, you know, it made it easier for us to get, you know, some notoriety before we, you know, released the full length movie. And another thing is, you know, with the short films, I was able to really basically get better at what we were doing, get better at storytelling, get better at everything, sound, you know, and just really kind of develop the crew and create a, you know, so by the time we got to the feature film, everybody had been working with each other on all these short films, that it was like everybody was psychically connected, you know.
Right.
So,
yeah.
It's a
great way to cut your teeth. You know?
because people really like, they're always kind of like, what's the point of making short films? I'm like, well, first off, in this particular day and age, there's so many venues for short films. Like 20 years ago, you didn't have all these different outlets for short films, but now you do, and I think short films are kind of like their own. It's its own thing now, where it's like, I think people watch short films all the time now. But and so you got the internet, you got film festivals, you got all these places that people can see them, and short films have become really popular. And you know, it's a good way of. You know, it's a good way of, for instance, when we were planning Nailbiter, I was hoping to shoot with the Red camera, and I heard all these horror stories about the camera turning off in, you know, extreme weather, and so I wanted to try to shoot a short film that was, you know, similar in scale to some of the scenes in Nailbiter, and shoot it with the Red and just shoot for 3 days and just go through the entire process of shooting, post-production, and just see how hectic the workflow was. Well, you know, we did the short film and it worked out great, and, you know, but again, it was the short film, you know, the short film style or whatever aesthetic was great for that, because I didn't have to go out and shoot feature film without testing that camera. I was able to just go out and shoot a small little test short, basically, and you know, everybody was willing to work for nothing because they just wanted to work with that camera. They're all like, "Oh, shoot, yeah, we want to have something that was shot with the Red on our reel or whatever." So it worked out. So, but we didn't have any problems with the Red. By the time we shot the movie, there was a film that was shot locally a year before Nailbiter that, you know, it was shutting off every 15 minutes, or they were having a lot of problems because, well, Kansas summers can get kind of brutal.
Sure.
So they had to have fans, like people, like PAs holding fans to keep the camera cool and stuff. But you know, luckily the summer that we shot was pretty mild, so we didn't have any problems. Plus, we were in that basement, and it was pretty much a cool 75 degrees down there.
Sure.
At the most. So, but you know, people ask me about short films, and I'm always like, it's short films. I will make short films all through my career. I mean, I you know, between features, I plan on, because for me, it's a way of keeping myself, you know, from getting stale more than anything. And sometimes I think that some stories shouldn't be feature films. I mean, like I couldn't. Maybe one of the shorts that we've done in the last 5 years could be expanded and still hold up. But the rest of the time, it's like, all right, this movie, the story has a beginning, middle, and end in 15 minutes, and it doesn't need to be any longer than that. So, you know, I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it. But anyway.
Yeah.
What did you guys use Avid to edit, or did you guys use Final Cut, or?
We use Final Cut.
Final Cut, okay, yeah, that's the...
We used to use Avid. Some of our shorts in 2008 and 2009 were edited in Avid, and then we switched to Final Cut.
That's all I use too, yeah, I love Final Cut.
Yeah. It's just more user friendly, I think. I mean, now I hear that a lot of people are talking about how Premiere. A lot of people are switching back to Premiere because apparently it's way easier to use with red files.
Yeah, I agree.
But again, it's like I just don't think it really matters. It's like they all do the same thing. I mean, really. So
they do, but I mean, I edit on not Avid, but Final Cut, and then also Premiere. But I can't stand Premiere. I have them both, but
yeah,
I'm a Final Cut user, so it is a lot more user friendly.
Right.
I was kind of wondering too who are some of your influences. You know, obviously, you know, I think you've kind of done, like, as far as the short films, they've been varying kind of in style and substance. Yeah. And then obviously there's Nail Biters. So who are some of your influences?
Well, I always go back and forth sometimes between like John Carpenter and Spielberg and Joe Dante and Sam Raimi, kind of. If I was to throw them all in a blender, not literally, their styles in a blender, but their styles in a blender, mix them all together. That's kind of what I would say is you know, because those are the films I watched the most as a kid, and so whether I'm even sometimes it's not even consciously that I'm you know. I just don't like. I'm not big into the whole fast, rapid editing style. You know, so that's just. I just don't like that kind of thing. You know, and I guess you know, a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more slow paced, but not so slow paced that it's like watching the movie Meet Joe Black or something. I don't know.
I like Meet Joe Black. I really do.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe it's because I had a bad date to that movie.
To me, it goes by really quick. It's a really quick 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
but Brad Pitt,
90s Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I mean, John Carpenter, especially from 1978 to 1988, maybe like the John Carpenter 10-year span there. I always kind of point to that as a major influence.
The Thing, John Carpenter, not Ghost from Mars, John Carpenter. Basically.
Well, yeah, right. But to be honest, In the Mouth of Madness, I love. So that's
I love In the Mouth of Madness. I think it's fantastic. That's a great show.
So, fantastic film. Yeah.
Since you,
but
you name drop Raimi. This is just something that River and I personally. I'm Goose, by the way. Sorry, I've never actually met you. We were talking about today. Sam Raimi, and I just want to know, Evil Dead 1 or 2? This is just a fun question.
Oh, you know, I prefer 2.
All right. That was mine. I think it's just the quintessential, it's the best blend in the world.
I was hoping he was going to say, fuck you both, and go with Army of Darkness.
Well, no, I really love Army of Darkness, too. But,
you always got to do the Evil Dead 1 or 2 question.
But my favorite Sam Raimi movie is Darkman. And I feel like it doesn't get as much love.
No,
but totally. Yeah, it does not get as much love as it should.
I was a tween when that came out, and I was just super. I had all the Darkman comic books. They had a whole line of comic books that came out at around the time. And I just feel like that. You know, the sequels are terrible. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I can't even get through. I don't think I've watched Darkman 2 all the way through, but the first one for me is I just love it.
Oh, fantastic movie. Yeah. Now, what do you have any ideas floating around, or do you have any concrete plans or anything?
Well, you know,
the next
a couple things. I have a new short film that's coming out that actually I shot. It's screening for the first time tomorrow night, and it stars Malcolm Goodwin, who is one of the leads on that show Breakout Kings. That's on.
A&E.
Yeah. I shot a film with him last year, and he was super awesome to work with. But it just took us forever to get the post done on it because we were doing Nail Biter simultaneously.
Oh.
So, but it's a crime drama, so it's totally not even horror. And it was such a completely different take on things. I mean, I enjoyed doing it, and I think it turned out really great. And I'm hoping that'll be on the festival circuit, probably starting this summer. And Nail Biter, like I said, still playing on the festival circuit, and will probably it probably will play up until it gets its DVD release. And I'm hoping to do a sequel, obviously, since it's, without giving anything away, it's set up for that.
Yes, it was.
And I have a feature that I want to do that's a horror comedy about energy drinks, which it's kind of a it's kind of a splatter horror comedy about energy drinks, because it actually does get pretty gruesome in places.
Awesome, yeah, we love the splatter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely a little bit more played for laughs, and
is the energy drink? Is it called Thunder Muscle? Have you ever seen the Todd Margaret? The Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret with David Cross. It was an IFC series where he goes to Britain to sell a drink called Thunder Muscle, and it's actually like a toxic drink.
That's hilarious.
It's such a funny series. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, watch it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I better watch it to make sure I don't accidentally do something.
No, there's no horror involved in it, but
this is
really
clearly
funny comedy.
This is like my more extreme, hilarious, almost like the movie The Stuff.
Yeah, I love The Stuff. Where are we going? Yeah.
So that's the one that we're starting to put together the business plan for it this summer, and
that's great. That's great.
I'm just hoping that by the time we make it, that energy drinks are still legal, because you never know. Like, if they pull them off the market at some point, my movie will be completely irrelevant. So that's the plan. Is that we're focused on that. I've got several other scripts I'm working on, but at some point you got to put your flag in the ground and say, this is the one I'm going to do, and then you basically have to marry yourself to it for the amount of time it takes to get it finished, and that's another thing. That's another reason why I like making short films, is that you shoot it in 3 or 4 days and you're done. You can get them out there in a 6-month period.
Yeah, it's like rapid fire. Yeah.
Right, and you keep yourself fresh, and you keep yourself creatively inspired, because if you take a lot of time to make a feature, which this is why I will always make short films while I'm doing the features, is basically there's a huge period of time where you're not making a movie unless you're out there trying to convince people to invest, and it can be so disheartening at times, and so that you have to keep your creative juices flowing, otherwise you'll get stale, and you'll get very sad. So you just gotta keep yourself going,
if you're doing shorts, you're constantly in people's minds too. I mean, that's
exactly, and it's like, and the great thing about doing shorts is that there's a lot of people who don't have time to sit down and watch a full feature, and then you just go, here's my 6-7 minute movie, or here's my 15-minute movie, and then they just they in and out, and they have fun with it, and I think that the short format is definitely the most popular it's ever been because of the internet.
Yeah,
now, I think it's so. And I think it's funny that a lot of big Hollywood talent now they're doing a lot of short films.
Yeah.
So, plus with today's technology, a lot of people have cameras now that they can go out and make their own short films. And again, it still comes down to telling a good story, getting good performances, and all that stuff. People can really train themselves now, like never before, because people got access to DSLR cameras and
Definitely.
Yeah, it's funny because me and one of my co-hosts here, we actually saw you in Fangoria magazine today when we were in one of the local record shops. I was hunting through the newest issue of Fangoria or whatever. We saw you. We're like, hey, we saw him in Whorehound.
I wrote an article. Basically, they asked me to write an article for the magazine about my experiences in making films in Kansas because there's a little bit of a it raises an eyebrow a little bit when you tell people you're making movies like this in Kansas City. I'm actually live right on the outskirts of Kansas City, so but it was great. I was super excited that I had a subscription to Fangoria magazine when I was 13, so I was pretty excited. And the magazine seems like it's gotten a lot better lately. So
I agree. I don't know if they have a new who they're going through now, but it's gotten a lot better.
Hopefully too, it'll be the same for us when our short film comes out. And they're making shit like this in Nebraska. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's the thing. That's the great thing about, and honestly, you got to use that to your advantage because in 2005 we had a film play at the New York City Horror Film Festival, and it was people were really like, who are these Kansas guys? Because obviously. You opened up the program, and there was a lot of films from New York, L.A.
Sure.
And so when they saw Kansas in the program, they were like, "Oh, what?" Because they immediately think of the Wizard of Oz. And I couldn't believe how many people would reference that. Make films in Kansas, and then I'll never forget. I was on the phone with some guy out of L.A. I said, "Yeah, I'm in Kansas," and he goes, Dorothy. That's all he said. Dorothy. I'm like, oh my God, really?
Yeah. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah. You got Vinny tapping Gino on the shoulder. Where the fuck is Kansas, man? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's just complete misconception. But anyway, so it's been good so far, and we just got to keep it going and.
Yeah, man. Well, it was absolutely great to meet you out of Whorehound, man. Awesome. It was fun. Just obviously we ran into each other, quite a bit out there. And Aaron, I think it was really Aaron McGrain that was stalking me the whole time.
I'll tell you. I'll tell her you said that. I'm going to see her this weekend. So
definitely tell her because I think she was trying to tell it the other way, but I think she was the one stalking me. So. Make sure you tell her I said that.
Okay, definitely. And are you guys going to be attending any more shows this summer? Or?
We're going to be at Kansas City Crypticon.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be there.
You going to be there? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I should be.
Well, shit. Now that's just another excuse for Aaron to stalk me down there, I guess.
Yeah. I'll bring her. I'll bring her to make sure she stalks you.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't make this public. I don't know.
We're actually staying in the Ramada this time, so
we are going to be at the hotel where the convention is this time. So.
Oh yeah, totally. I just found out
no more Baymont for these guys.
Yeah, I just found out today that it's at the Baymont because I was like, well, what is it? Because last year it was at a different hotel, so they must have just moved it. But there's actually two cons going on there. 2 weeks in a row, or there's a 2-week split between them. There's Crypticon and then there's Con X, something like that.
Yeah,
and they're at the same hotel. So,
well, you know what? In August, then we'll have to. I don't think we didn't get it in Columbus, so we'll have to get our drunken hotel interview this August.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Are you guys? I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna definitely be at Fright Night this year, and then I'm a guest at Flashback Weekend.
Sweet.
Awesome.
In Chicago. So I'll be at both of those events.
Cool.
So yeah, it'll be a crazy time.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Before we let you go, take this opportunity to. If there's any websites that you want to pimp, anything.
Well,
a
couple of my shorts, 2 of my shorts actually, Get Off My Porch, and then there's another short film I made called It's called torture porn, actually, because it's kind of a spoof on the whole torture porn genre. It's kind of making fun of Hostel and Saw. Both of those shorts are going to be on FearNet sometime this summer.
Oh, nice. You have that, yeah.
So, yeah. And, check us out at SenoReality.com, which is SENO reality.com. Mm-hmm. And I would say check out Nailbiter when it comes out in the fall. I don't have a release date for it yet because I'm still filling out legalities and sending paperwork in and trying to get it all squared away. But as soon as I know, I'll let you know. And obviously pick up Fangoria magazine this month with Johnny Depp on the cover, the Dark Shadows issue, because the article is in there. Cool. And totally awesome.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much, man, for calling in, dude. We really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, man.
And we will definitely stay in touch. And
all right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Anytime you want me on, let me know.
All right, man. Thank you,
brother. Take it easy.
Okay, take care. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, this is the Behind the Mask Gossip Line. We're here with Shit Sandwich. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. On the patio smoking a cig. How you doing?
We're pretty good.
We're doing well, man.
We hear you got so you have a bit of a ghoulish tale for us about ghosties and ghoulies.
It's more like nasty and stinky than anything. I mean, the ghosties and ghoulies don't come until the end.
Okay. Well,
I'm dying to hear it, man.
So lay us into it, man. You're still fresh off this story, right? So you're still kind of on the nerve with it. So that's exactly how we want you. So let us have it.
The beer's pretty much killed the nerve, man, by now. But I'm going to try to, revitalize it a little bit.
Cool.
And I'm going to go back and think back. My name is Shit Sandwich. I am 28 years old. I am 5'8", 194 pounds, and I'm unemployed. I am an ex-dishwasher. Not even a dishwasher anymore. I'm an ex-dishwasher. And, when you're unemployed, you go through some hardships. Starvation. You drink a lot. You whack a lot. Most of all, you starve. And I thought, hey, I do it for free all the time. I might as well get something out of it. So basically, this bar lady of mine that, some chick I picked up at the bar, she's about as old as our mother. She was like, hey, honey, do you want to, come to my place, watch some movies? I got some beer, and I make a really good meatloaf and chili. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Why not? I haven't eaten in a couple of days. Well, fuck it, fuck it. And, I figured, by then I'll be drunk enough to where I won't care about her big hairy snatch. But, so, okay. I went there. We watched some documentaries on ancient Egypt and aliens and shit, and she's all about that shit. She's like a psychic and all kinds of shit, and, total crackpot. Love her to death, though. She's a sweetheart. And, so I'm sitting there drinking, Parrot Bay with Coke. And midway through my sixth one, she turns on the documentaries and sets a big hot piping Frito pie down on my lap. A bowl of chili with Fritos in it, you sick fuck. And I'm like, okay, I'm eating it, and the chili's runnier than shit, but I'm not complaining. It's a free meal, but I know I'm going to have to work for it later. So I'm trying to cop out, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to eat, I want to dine and dash. Like, I want to eat my shit and pretend like I'm having an asthma attack and go home, but, apparently, that didn't work. So I just kind of stuck it out. We watched more documentaries, and I'm just kind of like, stalling, saying, hey, let's watch this, let's watch this, let's watch this. Before we knew it, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and she has to work at 6 a.m., so I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to go to bed. Now, fuck. So, she goes in the room. I go outside and smoke a cigarette, getting ready for the travesty. And I go back in the room, and I lay down fully clothed, and I notice, of course, she's naked. I kind of expected that. What ashames me about the whole thing was I grabbed for her cooch first because I was so drunk and didn't know any better. And, you know, and it's like, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it. So she's like, so why do you still got your clothes on? And I'm just like, good fucking question. So I take my shit off. And I'm laying in the bed. I'm just laying there, you know, acting casual, you know, free balling it and stuff like that. And then she starts, you know, whacking it and all that stuff. And then, you know, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get this over with. So I just get on top of her. I do the deed as fast as I can. I pull it out. I just blow like on the floor or some shit. I don't remember. It went on something.
Is it? You said something about her being hairy.
And then I remember, and I look down, and this is when I sobered up. Like, okay, she's an older lady. She's like 43, so therefore she pisses like six times an hour, and it just smells like piss. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, what did I just do? And I'm looking down at, you know, her snatch, and it hadn't been trimmed since the fucking Nixon administration. You know what I'm talking about? It's fucking terrible. And so I'm like, you know what? You know, do the deed. I'm done. So I lay down to go to sleep. And she rolls over and goes to sleep, you know, and I'm laying on my back staring at the ceiling. You know, I'm just staring at the ceiling while she's sleeping, trying to figure out how I'm going to live with myself after this. So I'm just staring at the ceiling. And, you know, she's snoring like a fucking lawnmower. and I'm staring at the ceiling. You know, she's old, you know, she snores. And I'm staring at the ceiling, and about a couple hours goes by, and I'm still staring at the ceiling, still trying to figure out how I'm going to cope with what I've just done. And I hear this really hard rattling on the wall. And I'm like, oh, you know, you don't think nothing of it. You know, it's kind of an old trailer, so, you know, air's coming on, something's happening. I don't really think much of it. And then I hear more rattling on the wall, and then someone starts banging on the wall. And I'm thinking, okay, this bitch has a husband or some shit, and he just got home. What the fuck? And then her closet door swings open and then closes. And then, oh, my cigarette's out. Shit, what's my lighter? Okay. Let's do this. Anyways, her closet door swings open after this shit's getting knocked around and shit. Her nightstand, she has like a little nightstand. She has like 4 of them, I noticed. 2 of them, you know, on each side of the bed, and 2 of them in the corners of the rooms. And one of them is just slowly sliding across the floor.
The whole
unit. And I'm just like, and I'm still laying on the bed, okay? It's pitch dark in the room. And I'm laying on the bed, and her ass is fucking weed whacking away, fucking snoring and shit. And I'm just like staring at this table, slowly inching across the floor, and she has all wood floors, you know, so you can hear it. And I'm just like, oh. At first I was thinking, okay, did she drop something in my shit or something, or I don't know what the fuck the deal is. And then I'm just like, okay, you know, go back to bed. And then her closet door busts open really fucking hard, and the sounds get worse, and fucking like rat-a-tatting on the walls and shit, and some cocksucker, I don't know, some invisible fucking dude doing Morse code on the fucking bedpost I'm laying beside, and it's just like, and it's just shit opening and closing. We got shit fucking sliding across the floors and shit. I think fucking hearing voices under the bed. Oh fuck, and and I'm just like, you know, I'm still kind of drunk. Like I'm coming down from it, but I'm not really. You know, when I'm drunk, I'm pretty calm. I'm just like, I start gouging her in the back with my pinky. I'm like the fuck up. Like that. She's like, what is it, honey? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, there's shit moving around, and fucking, we got Nosferatu creeping around the fucking room, and I'm just like, what's the fucking deal? And she's like, oh, those are just the ghosts, honey. It's okay. And I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? And she goes, yeah, don't worry about it. She's like, I've been living with them for years. They follow me around everywhere. I'm used to it. They won't hurt you. They're friendly. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And these motherfuckers are, like, getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And I know they're fucking with me because as soon as I like finally almost to my breaking point, they stop. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I actually try to go to sleep. I lay on my belly, and as soon as I close my eyes, and I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? So I wake her up again, and I'm like punching her in the back. I'm getting pissed. I'm like, look, I'm just like, look, I'm not trying to be a bad guest or anything. I'm trying to be Mr. Polite, you know? And I'm just like, why the fuck is there shit sliding around your room, and who the fuck is knocking on the door, and who the fuck is stashed in your closet, and, you know, what the fuck, you know? What the fuck? And she's like, oh, she's like, well, honey, I'm psychic, and see, they're never this bad. They really, really, really don't like you. I'm just like, okay, what the fuck did I do to these guys, you know? And she's like, I don't know. And then she just goes back to sleep. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. And this goes on like a few times. I wake her ass up, and I'm like, okay, look, bitch, you got to do something about this shit. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't fucking do this. This is not being a good host, you know. And thing of it is like she pulls the blanket up and sits up, and I can see the big hairy snatch that I just fucking ravaged. Oh. And I'm just like, I look at it, and I'm like, and I'm more sober by this time, you know. I'm sober, and I'm just kind of like, the ghosts don't seem that bad now. And that actually made me feel better. That made it all better. I'm like, you know what? Shit's fucking possessed. But, you know, it could be worse. I could be sober if it's doing that, you know? So it made me feel a little better. But still, you know, I want to go to bed. You know, I want to fucking sleep. I don't feel good as it is. I got a fucking headache. My arm hurts and all this stupid shit. So finally, she just knocks me out with a couple of Tylenol gel caps. She gives me the gel caps, and I take the sons of bitches. And, of course, she fucking passes out, like, in 2 seconds. I don't know how the fuck she does that shit. I guess it's an old thing. But I'm just like, oh, shit. She's like, those will take effect in 10 minutes, honey. I'm like, okay. About an hour and a half later, I'm laying there, and these motherfuckers are still tapping on the fucking wall, scooting shit across the fucking floor, fucking opening drawers and doing all kinds of stupid fucking shit. And then I'm just like... And I actually thought about just walking home. And mind you, it's like 10 miles to my house, okay? Or over that. Over that. And I'm seriously considering just walking my ass home. Until finally, when I get up, I guess the pills kick in and I just pass out on my ass on the bed.
And then you woke up and everything was just back to normal?
Yeah, everything was back to normal. I mean, she was still there with her hairy snatch and shit. That wasn't normal, but... The ghost, I actually kind of missed the ghost, because I was like, yeah, I could either have the ghost or that, you know?
Do you think it was Kane, dude, from Poltergeist?
I don't know, man. They didn't like my ass. I know it sounds funny and all, but these are some mean motherfuckers. They didn't like my ass, and it was okay, because I didn't like being there, so it was mutual, you know?
They didn't...
Did you wake up and the furniture was stacked?
No. I mean, that would have been awesome. That would have made it worth it, you know? But no, it was a fucked up night. I had fucking hairy fucking prehistoric vaginas and fucking entities and shit. It was fucked up.
Maybe because you were in cider, maybe the spirits will start following you now.
You were one.
No, that's not logical.
Okay.
Now, just
Dude, thank God, I do this for a living. Okay.
Okay.
Pretty much. I literally fuck random bar whores more than I actually work.
So you're a full-time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I got a bowl of chili and like some fucking meatloaf out of the deal. But the thing about it was the chili. To make things worse, to top off the ghosts and top off the pussy and top off this and top off the grody-ness and all, the chili was runny. It tasted like Grammy's chili, Aaron. You ever had Grammy's chili?
Well, you're blowing our cover.
It's all runny and watery and shit. It tasted like Grammy's fucking chili. And the meatloaf was nothing but a big, gigantic hamburger with ketchup smeared all over it. I was fucking pissed. would have been like, you know, fucking, if she would have like taken me to Hemingway's on lobster night or something, I would have been cool with that. I would have been cool with the ghosts and the, you know, debauchery and the fucking piss smell pussy and all that shit. But no, I got a fucking 20-pound hamburger dipped in ketchup and a fucking.
And then you got to eat it.
Yeah, I had to eat
it. Stinky fur burger.
Yeah, I had to eat a fur burger too, and it actually made the meatloaf look good.
Okay, so just so the people that are listening know, what was your view on the paranormal before this? Like, were you kind of a skeptic, and this is like, you know?
Oh, well, here's the thing. No, I wasn't a skeptic. I've always believed in ghosts. I just never thought I'd run into them under these circumstances.
You never thought they'd be perverts just kind of like watching you do the, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it'd be something a little more dramatic. Not, oh, I'm doing some cougar. Oh, there's fucking Casper floating around the room watching our asses.
Now, I feel it.
It really soured me on ghosts.
Okay, so is this the only occurrence that you can think of that, at least in recent times, that?
Oh, fucking an old chick?
Well,
dude, I can do like 30 stories of that shit. There was one time when. What was that the question? What's the question?
I don't know. It was going to be more with paranormal, not about the old ladies. Well, you were about to go on a bunch of. I know you got tons of stories.
I thought you were asking, is this the first time where I've had like a fur burger or a fucking old bitch or something? No, I'm a veteran, man.
I personally think this story is actually in your favor. It's been worse, man. You've left scarier situations at 5, 6 in the morning when it was negative 10 degrees outside walking home because it was just a better time out there than it was where you woke up, blacked out. So at least it's summertime.
Actually, man, this is probably one of the worst I've had.
Didn't you tell me you got raped by a fat chick? Basically, you woke up and she was on top of you, and I remember you calling me personally at 5 in the morning, and I was like, "Where are you?" And it was freezing out. This is the coldest winter we've had in years, and it was like negative 10 degrees out, and you're like, "I don't care."
I would take the fat bitch. I'd take the fat bitch. At least I woke up and I was asleep when she did her business, you know?
You woke up with her on top of you.
Yeah, my fucking wank smelled like sour milk afterwards, but... I mean, you know, after you do a chick, you gotta do the freshness test. You know how like, hey, Todd, you've been around the block a few times, okay? You know when you do a chick, you do the freshness test sometimes. You know how like...
I have this image of Captain Spaulding fucking that big fat chick from what was that, Devil's Rejects in my head.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe it's between me and Todd, okay? Aaron, you wouldn't know anything about this, but Todd, you know when you get with a girl, you know, I mean, your girlfriend doesn't have to hear about this. It's okay, you know, just don't show her the whole. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, you know, you get with a girl and then she takes her panties off, and then you're kind of questioning how fresh she is, and then you stick a couple fingers in there, and then when she's not looking, you just take a whiff, and then you kind of evaluate.
Yeah.
And then you're like, sometimes it's like, not too bad. Sometimes it's like, it's a little day odor, but you know that's normal. And sometimes it just smells like a can of sardines in the sun, and you're just like,
you just want to vomit.
Yeah, and you just want to fucking projectile vomit all over her fucking face. Exactly. I mean, it's like, it's fucked up, you know?
Oh,
I mean, it's like, my grandma has died 10 times.
Excuse me?
My grandma has died 10 times. I mean, I've used that excuse many times to get out of, you know, nasty chicks out. So I instead of calling my grandma died.
So the sour milk chick, we're talking about the fat chick that you woke up with on top of you, basically raping you.
Yeah, that's the sour milk chick, man.
Yeah, the sour milk chick, which that's just a horse of a different color. That's a whole new story here.
I got more stories. Should I tell you one about the Subway meatball sandwich?
Yeah, go ahead. We can always edit this into segments. Go for it. Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, shit. Oh, so one time it was like, okay, back in the day, okay, you know, I used to go to the bar by my house a lot, you know, and, you know, yeah. And, you know, previous to going to the bar earlier that day, I stopped by one of my favorite stops of the day, Subway. And today I was like, you know, I usually get the spicy Italian, but today I think I'm going to get the meatball marinara with pepperonis. Why not? Let's live dangerously. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I take a couple bites out of the sandwich, and then my buddy calls me. He's like, hey, you want to come to the bar? I'm like, okay, cool. So I wrap up the sandwich, and I put it in the fridge. So, I take this chick home with me, and it really sucks because she was actually really, really fucking hot, and I fucked it up, and you're going to figure out why. We're doing our thing, this and that. I take her home to quote-unquote watch a movie with me. Wink, wink. And then blah, 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 watching the movie, this and that, and I got her naked and all kinds of shit. And then I go and I get my sandwich out of the fridge, and I start munching on it in my room, when she's, like, stripping down. Because, when I'm drunk, I get the drunk munchies. So what I do is I sit the sandwich on the nightstand. So, I'm doing my thing, I'm just, back and forth, fucking up and down, and then, I have her bent over doggy style. And she's on all fours, so she can only see the sheets. She can't see shit. And I'm just pounding away at it, and I'm thinking, oh, I never finished that sandwich. I'm pounding away at it and shit, and she don't know what's going on. She can see, like, the wall of the sheet. She don't know the fucking thing. So I fucking reach over, while still keeping my rhythm, reach over, and I grab that sandwich, trying hard to be quiet so she can't hear the paper crinkle, they're wrapped in paper.
Yeah.
Being all clandestine about it. So I'm unwrapping it, and I'm eating the shit. And I'm just eating it, munching on it and shit, because I'm hungry, And I'm frankly, it's one of those sexual episodes where you're just kind of tired and you want to go to bed. So I'm just trying to get her off and please her. So I'm just, like, doing my thing, railing it, eat my sandwich. And I'm eating it, and I guess I bit it just the wrong way, and a meatball fell into her butt crack. And a pepperoni fell onto her ass cheek and stuck on there.
Did you eat it out of it?
And she's like, oh, did you get off? And I'm like, she's like, did you pull out? And I'm like, and she looks at me, and I got a fucking sandwich in my hand with marinara sauce all over my mouth. And I'm just like, dude, it's not a sexual thing. I swear to God, I was just hungry, Not a sexual thing. So, and she's like, what's that in my ass? I'm like, I just dropped a meatball in your butt crack. And she's like, what? And I'm still in her at this point. My wang is holding that meatball in. And I'm just fucking like, can I get that for you? Trying to be polite, I felt like Gilbert Godfrey on The Problem Child when, the meatball got flung into the lady's cleavage. Oh, yeah. And then she's like, oh, my fucking God. And I'm, like, trying to peel the pepperoni off her butt, and she, like, slapped my hand. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And then she goes into my bathroom and, like, takes my towel and just cleans herself off. And she was out there like bat out of hell, man. She was gone. Never heard from her again.
Sound like George Costanza or whatever.
Yeah, it's very George Costanza moment.
Flying too close on wings of pastrami.
Absolutely.
Close to the sun.
No. Is there anything else?
Shit, what's more, man? What's more of them? Oh, fuck.
We can do one more. My personal favorite's the... and we could always, do some editing if we had to, just kind of cut out some of this banter in the middle. But my favorite is the episode with the one chick where she... did a certain thing on you after you did a certain thing to her, if you know what I mean?
What?
Okay, the Latina...
Are you talking about the chick that, without permission stuck a finger in my ass and I freaked out and kicked her in the face?
No, we're not talking about that, but you could tell us that if you want. You just did.
Yeah, that was pretty brief, That one's pretty brief. It's like she's doing her thing, I'm laying down, and she fucking brams a finger at my ass. I freaked out just out of reflex. I didn't mean to. Out of reflex, I kicked her right in her face and pretty much knocked her out cold on the fucking floor, man. And she like just fell on her ass, and she was like, having a seizure for a second there. And I'm just like, it's like I wanted to say sorry, but I didn't want to say sorry because I felt she kind of owed me an apology at the same time. I just wanted to look at her and be like, we're even.
That one's good, but I was actually talking about the Mexican girl. Wink, wink.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. This is where my name shit sandwich comes from, actually.
The namesake, all right.
Yeah. Dude, this one's pretty basic too. Look, and my thing is this, okay? Here's my disclaimer, okay? If you're a girl and you're into anal sex and you want a guy to do it to you, and he's actually kind enough and willing to do it for you, you better make sure you're fucking cleaned out first. I mean, that's the least you can fucking do. I mean, pulling out with mud dick is one thing, but you know, the thing about it is like when you're doing her and shit, and you feel this pressure and stuff, and you're like, something ain't right. You know, I don't typically do it that way. I try to avoid anal sex because I personally don't care about it much. It don't really bother me. It's either gross or it's nothing at all, in a sense. It don't do nothing for me. But I'm trying to be the gentleman, and I'm trying to be a good host, and I'm trying to, you know, give the guests what they want. It's like the customer's always right, you know, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So I'm doing her and shit, and this bitch just fucking squirts shit all fucking over me. Fucking all over me in a motel room, in the most run-down motel room in Branson, Missouri that you could find. This is when I lived with Aaron. This is when you came and visited us, you know, at our apartment, Todd. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a love nest and shit and all that stuff. You know, we'd go off to, like, that shitty motel room. I did bang her a couple times on Aaron's couch, though.
All right. We can only flip those cushions so many times. Had too many friends jerk off on them.
Do you remember when we were like moving your couch and you found the used condoms in there and shit?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're wrapping it up for once. It's all right. Continue.
Okay. Anyways, you know, I'm in the motel room. This bitch just like squirts fucking shit fucking all over me. It was fucking horrible. And I didn't know what to do. Like, she was like, she had to look. I actually kind of felt bad for her. I did. Part of me wanted to fucking choke her out and pop her eyeballs out. But there was a part of me that felt really bad for her, you know? But it's kind of like your responsibility. If you're going to take objects into the anal cavity, make sure that you've dumped beforehand. You know, it's common sense. Okay, I'm getting a little emotional. I'm going to kind of calm down a little bit. But this fucking just totally fucking explodes all over my crotch. I mean, not only do I have mud dick, I mean, my fucking crotch looks like a fucking waller. It's fucking terrible.
Oh.
I mean, okay. So what I do is I'm literally teary-eyed, and I go into the fucking shower. It's one of those like adjustable shower heads with like the hose attached and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like spraying my crotch off, rubbing that cheap fucking Best Western fucking soap all over it, trying to get all the shit off. In a shower that already has shit all in it already because it's a nasty motel shower. And I'm just spraying myself off like this. Oh my god! And then she's like crying in the room, and I'm getting my pants on, and she's like, "I didn't mean to do that." And I just looked at her and I said, "You're fucking fired." That's the only thing that came to my mind.
And she would never work in the town of Branson, Missouri again after this incident.
Oh, no, she still works there. My ass left.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's good. It's been revolting.
She's just Branson material, man.
I guess you're right. Well, I'm very happy that you gave us the time to call in and, you know, share with us all your stories here. Excuse me?
I just dropped a lit cigarette in my pants.
Oh, it happens.
I'm sitting outside in my boxers right now, smoking a cigarette, and my fly's kind of open because of the way I'm sitting, you know?
Yeah.
Keep it classy. Cherry in my pants, man.
Keep it classy.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay.
All right,
cool.
man. All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Well, we look forward to hearing more from you.
Yeah. Call back with all your future endeavors.
Here.
What's up?
Here.
Excuse me?
Give me a Killian's.
Give you a Killian's?
Killian's Red Irish.
You talking to me?
Heineken? No, I'm talking to Charles, dude.
Your beer wench? All right. Well,
yeah,
it seems
you got PBR. That fucking sucks.
For you guys out there, the sandwich here is a little loaded, and don't take that. Don't
be the sandwich.
And don't take him being a drinker into consideration for his story last night. I can personally vouch that he's not a BSer, even though he was drunk in his little ghost tale.
Here's the deal. Here's the fucking deal. When people BS about stories, they usually tell stories that glorify them and make them look bigger than they really are. My stories are not charming at all.
You're honest,
do not. Yeah, they defame the hell out of me. So why would I lie about them?
Why would you lie?
Why do I even tell the truth about them? Why don't I just keep them to myself sometimes?
Well, I get what you're saying. If you were going to lie about the ghost story, then you would lie and put a much more desired female in your in the slot of.
She was a ugh, man.
So
she was the creepiest ghoul in that motherfucker.
So everybody out there, that should be enough validation and verification that he is for real. Because, like you said, who would not just make it all up? And but anyway, we appreciate it there, and look forward to more calls.
I really hope to God she doesn't subscribe to this fucking podcast someday on Facebook.
Well, lucky for us, we had no viewers. Haha,
yeah,
just joking.
I know.
If you've ever considered stepping behind the beaded curtain at a sleazy video store, if you've ever watched something so vile that you had to lock the door behind you, if you currently have a VCR still connected to your home theater, then get yourself over to Exploited Cinema at exploitedcinema.blogspot.com. Bat32 and J-Dog always keep it greasy, and remember to keep telling yourself
it's only a podcast.
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 Hey everybody, we're back. We're talking to Bat32, our good friend from Exploited Cinema. What's going on, Bat?
What's up, dude? I'm just chilling here. I'm fucking in Tennessee right now. I'm kind of sweating my fucking ass off, but
Tennessee.
glad to fucking be here, man. So it's your guys' first anniversary show, huh?
Yeah, 1 year, man. I can't believe it's been 1 year. It's gone quick, but yeah.
What episode number is this anyway?
Fuck, I think it's like 14 or something like
14?
that.
That's not bad. 15 episodes, 15 episodes a year. I know you guys took a break for a little bit there, like a month. So
we took a break, and we've also kind of merged a few of the interviews into episodes. So I mean, it could be like 20 for all I know, because we've done a lot of interviews and shit too. So, but yeah, I don't know. 1 year, it's gone quick, man. We've been dealing with a lot of stuff recently. We haven't came out with a podcast in probably a month now, but we've been working a lot with getting our film off the ground, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys got some connections rocking at Horror Hound or whatever. One of Lush's scripts he's trying to get into the works, right?
Yeah, and we're actually, working pretty hardcore. I mean, some good people on board, and some people that actually have, decent film equipment, like a red camera and shit like that. And we're working on that right now, so it's pretty good. We had a casting call last week, and we cast everybody except the lead actress, which kind of backed out at the last second, so we got to meet with a few other girls in the next couple.
Let me guess, she don't want to take her top off, or what?
No.
That's always my problem.
Well, you know what? The script doesn't really have nudity in it, but there is like a rape scene.
You want to work in a titty, right? Like a titty flopping out just accidentally, or what? That's what I do. I just be like, just let your titty fall out.
Exactly. No, yeah. But yeah, we're kind of meeting with some people that are actually gonna, some girls that will actually bring something to the table. So, but other than that, man, we just been busy doing that. We haven't really got a chance to update the website a whole lot. We just been working on the film thing, but we thought we'd get this.
I know the website's rather new, though, right?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a register account. I've been fucking just up in the air with my bullshit. So
yeah, and there's still a few bugs on the website, but it's coming slowly but surely. So we're doing one thing at a time. But we wanted to get a 1 year anniversary call-in show podcast out there. We actually we in this episode, we talked to Leslie Dean from Freddy's Dead. And
is that your interviewer? Or she called in.
She called in.
Awesome.
Wanted to bullshit with us, and then also the director of this new film called Nailbiter called in, and a few
I've heard about that. Yeah, I've heard some stuff about that.
Patrick Rea, he called in, and a few other people. So it was, it's pretty good. So, yeah, but 1 year, I mean, I can't believe it's already here. So
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. What have you been checking out recently? Anything or?
Well, J-Dog sent me a package. I've been getting into a little bit here and there. This film called 315 he sent me, which has actually got Animal Mother from Full Metal Jacket starring in it. I've never seen him in another movie, so
nice.
It's kind of a class of 1984 kind of,
yeah.
You know,
I love it, dude.
Thing in school with, you know, drug dealers, and it's pretty good. It's not like class of 1984, but it's in that vein, you know.
Sure. What year did that come out?
I'm not sure. J-Dog probably know that better. I'm guessing probably mid-80s, but it might be 83, 84. I'm not sure exactly, so...
Yeah, class of 1984 is actually one of my personal favorites. It has my favorite Alice Cooper song in it, I Am the Future.
You like that song a lot?
Dude, I love Alice Cooper, man, and that's my favorite Alice Cooper song. You know, it's pretty obscure for an, Alice Cooper fan, but I love that fucking tune, man.
I definitely dig some Alice Cooper. He's from Michigan, so, he's a Michigan native, so gotta respect the man.
Oh, yeah, and seeing him in his concerts are freaking insane, dude.
Dude, I want to see one. I know he fucking rolls like the baby out and cuts its head off, and he's got the sword out and shit. And it's like a special effects wizard up there. So. Oh
yeah, the straight jacket and the guillotine and all that shit. But yeah, it's a pretty good show.
Yeah, I've been checking out some other shit though. He also sent me a flick called World Gone Wild, which is a post-apocalyptic, actually. Really, really good film, actually. The rip he sent me was, the sound was in and out a little bit, but to be honest with you, the movie was so fucking cool, I totally overlooked that. But I'm on the search for, I think there's a Region 2 DVD, so I'm on the search for that one, because that one I watched 2 or 3 times, actually, and we're going to cover it. Don't any of you fuckers out there with other podcasts jump on that one, because it's ours.
Right,
I wouldn't talk about you guys, but,
no, we won't.
Out there in radio land, anybody listening's back off. That's ours. But
speaking of apocalyptic films, did you end up checking? We covered The Divide last podcast. Did you end up? Have you checked that out yet with Michael Biehn at all, or?
Is that newer or is that older?
It's newer. It just came out, I think, a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
I picked it up, and it's pretty crazy, man. It's definitely worth a check. So I would highly recommend that film. It's a really depressing film. It's not a film you'd be able to watch numerous times, but it's pretty twisted, man. And there's a lot of sleazy elements to it. Let's just say that. Patricia Arquette gets raped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, quite a bit in the film. So
ooh.
She's pretty much the sex slave to two homosexual deviants. Two guys.
Is Michael Biehn raping her, or is he like a detective or something?
No, he's the super of apartment building.
Ah, interesting.
So, and it takes place in like an underground shelter, and it's a pretty solid film. So I would highly recommend checking that out.
Yeah, I dig me some Biehn, man. Like Aliens is my favorite. Of the series, and I love Terminator. The fucking Reese, dude. That's my man.
Are you looking forward to the new? Well, I guess this is the prequel to the Alien film. The Goose has been fucking raving
Prometheus.
About that. Prometheus, yeah, he's been bugging me about going to see that with him, but
it's the first time, I'm gonna be honest with you, this trailer, I saw the whatever, I don't know if it's minute long or whatever, kind of teaser trailer, minute 20. And this is the first time I've been excited about a theatrical release in a really fucking long time. So yeah, I'm all about it. It comes out in July, right? Or is it June?
I think it's
July.
June or July, yeah, one of those.
Yeah, I'm revved up and ready to go for that one. I'd like to now I'm down here in the city and shit. I'd like to get to the IMAX theater because I've only been to an IMAX theater one time. They didn't have them up north in Michigan, and I went to one and it was like it was cool and all, but it was like one of them educational films or whatever. So
sure.
Yeah. So I'm really psyched about this Prometheus. So I'm looking forward to it, and from what I've read, it's like a prequel. They're saying that it's not a prequel to Alien, but they're saying that because they want to start their own franchise up with it.
Yeah.
They want to start a new franchise. But basically, this was written before they shot the first Alien. I mean, rough drafts and shit, from what I understand. Or maybe right after, so...
Yeah.
This has been in the works for many, many fucking years, so...
Yeah, that'll be pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to checking that out. Yeah, we just ended up seeing the Avengers in IMAX, Goose and I, a few weeks ago, and I really dug it. I mean, I don't know if you're into comic book movies, but it's it's pretty big, and I would highly recommend it if you're into that shit, Marvel films. But
when it comes to superhero shit, I really only dug into the Fantastic Four, and I like that last Punisher film that came out.
Oh, was that Warzone?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the
I still
style
haven't
of
seen
it.
that, man. I've been wanting to see that because
It's pretty
the Punisher
gory,
is my
dude.
favorite comic book character.
He's my favorite too, dude, and it's the real Punisher. Like he's blowing people's heads off left and fucking right. That's all you're seeing is fucking heads pop off, dude.
Yeah,
he's vicious in it, and I don't know who that actor is. It's not the guy from the first one they did.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't the first one because the first one had Dolph Lundgren in it.
Lundgren, yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on it. I know there's some fans out there, and I'm kind of lukewarm to it, but it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
Warzone blows that shit out the water. I'll tell you that. So. This guy, though, I don't know what the actor's name is. I think I've seen him in a few other things, but like he fits the bill. Like I could pull out the comic book and I'd be like, "That's the Punisher. That's what the fucking Punisher looks like." You go back to those old comics, that's him, man.
Yeah, and I mean I love Thomas Jane as the Punisher. I mean a lot of people actually didn't like him, but Punisher, he is one of my favorite Marvel, comic book character just because he's the vigilante and
he never takes any prisoners or
No.
he doesn't hand them over to the cops. He just blows their fucking head off.
There's nothing superhero about him. He just
Well, he's got some strength and shit in him, but yeah, his weapons is really what it's all about. And I mean, yeah, he's not super, but he could 500 yards blow your head off with a sniper rifle. That's pretty super to me.
Exactly.
He's a real modern day anti-hero. You know what I mean? That's like a guy you could rely on. You know what I mean? So.
And I think a lot of the comic book geeks out there don't like the Punisher because he is the vigilante that just kills everybody. I mean, he doesn't take any prisoners like you were saying, and a lot of those people that are into Superman and all that can't really relate to the Punisher. That's why I like him though.
Well, he was a villain in originally when he popped up was that issue of Spider-Man. He was one of fucking Spider-Man's villains. So but you know what I mean? He's doing good out here to an extent, but the superheroes don't. It's they don't dig him because he's not doing it the way Batman would turn him over to the police. I don't know about the Dark Knight. I never really got into the Dark Knight or whatever. He might be a little bit more vicious, but the superheroes can't get with him. I guess I don't know. He's like the superhero that's smoking meth or something. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to hang out with him because he's crazy and shit. But he gets shit done. So
exactly.
Don't you think he'd fit in really good with the Watchmen crew?
Oh yeah,
that's the kind of superhero he is, man. So
no, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge Watchmen fan, but I did appreciate the film.
Yeah,
it was.
You're not a Zack Snyder fan,
I'm not
right?
a Zack Snyder fan, but
you like that Dawn of the Dead remake though, don't you?
Oh, I fucking hated that piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I can't stand that film. I don't know.
That's one of the few remakes out here that I actually enjoy, but not because it says Dawn of the Dead on it, just because I think it's a decent zombie film to an extent. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Each their own.
I could never get into it. I saw it opening day or whatever, and I was so excited.
Yeah, me too.
I was sporting the Dawn of the Dead shirt in there.
Me too.
Of course, nobody really knew what the fuck, Dawn of the Dead was.
You had the original on, though.
Oh, yeah, dude. I had the original on, dude. I walked out of there with my my ex-girlfriend at the time, or now, but she's like, oh, that movie's great. And I was like, that was a piece of shit. What are you talking about?
See, that's what I said on the Jason remake, and I said on the fucking Nightmare on Elm Street remake, and
Elm Street was just fucking god-awful, dude.
Yeah, dude, my buddy was trying to tell me that it was, like, not so bad, and I was like, no, that right there was fucking dog shit.
After the first 10 minutes, I called this movie a piece of shit, not even seeing the whole film. I was like, this movie sucks.
It wasn't working for me either, and actually, I'll be honest with you, that was my last, theatrical viewing, and I was kind of like, you know what, I'm fucking over this shit. I ain't taking my chances with this bullshit anymore. But,
you better be saving it for Lords of Salem. I just saw a little teaser thing.
I seen something like that was out. I've been just waiting for the full trailer. I don't want to really spoil it, but is that a rock and roll horror film? I mean, is that what it is?
Yeah, well, not from the teaser. I mean, it was hard to tell, but it just looked really satanic, and it looked fucking badass, dude. So, for what I saw, we're actually, the whole Behind the Mask crew's heading up to the Rob Zombie Megadeth show here in Sioux City, Iowa, here in the next week or two.
Oh, you guys are going to see Megadeth? Awesome.
Yeah, so, they're co-headlining Rob Zombie Megadeth, so that'll be pretty badass. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't fans of Rob Zombie's music. I love his music. I even love his solo shit. But I mean, his
White Zombie, you digging big time?
Yeah, I love White Zombie. I love it all, man. His theatrical, stage performances are just phenomenal, dude. It's like you're watching a fucking horror film. It's awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even
I always dug his music videos, man. I really dug his music videos all the time. So
yeah, even if you're not, down with his solo shit, I'd highly recommend checking him out in concert because he just puts on a great show, man.
Oh, I dig his solo shit. Don't get me wrong. I just wasn't. I like Megadeth more, but that would be a great combination. I don't know. I don't really know how that would mesh well together. I'd rather see another speed metal band aside, Megadeth. But
yeah.
I'd like to see Megadeth and Slayer together. You know what I mean? That's my perfect combo. So.
Oh yeah, and this is the first time I'm seeing Megadeth, so I'm really pumped. See Dave Mustaine on stage, man. I just get a boner just thinking about it.
When I hear that motherfucker's voice, dude, that gets me out focused and shit. Like he's kind of a guide for me, man. Like I dig his lyrics. So.
Oh, he's great, man. And I listen to a lot more Megadeth than I do Metallica, even though I respect Metallica too.
Mm-hmm.
I love Metallica, but I mean, there's something about Megadeth, man. I could listen to Megadeth every day. I mean, Metallica, just I gotta be in a mood for it. Probably because I heard it so many times, but
that Metallica demo, No Life to Leather or whatever.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love rocking that, and that's probably because Dave wrote all the songs, and he's fucking on lead guitar there. You know what I mean? I just jam that shit, and it's really because of Dave, and I'd probably be more hardcore into Metallica. You know what I mean? If Dave was still in the band and shit, because their older stuff, they ripped him off till fucking they had tracks on Ride the Lightning that were written by Dave that they basically stole, because you can listen to fucking Megadeth songs and you're like, hey, wait a minute, that sounds like this song by Metallica, that song, and it's like, it is. I mean, it is. He's like, fuck that, I'm gonna take my music back and write my own lyrics to it and play it faster.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah, Dave is fucking fast, man. I know he's had arthritis and shit in his hands, and literally from fucking headbanging, he fucked his spine up, dude. Like he's got all kinds of back problems and shit. So, but the guy still can fucking move and play them songs. So, I don't know. I think he's really talented. I think he's more talented than any member of Metallica. So I'm sure that'll piss a shitload of people off, but I don't really give a fuck.
I'm sure Goose will be calling for your head.
Oh shit.
Who cares?
Well, hey, I gave him props on the Chinese Democracy album, because I really dug that GNR album. So I know a lot of people hated it, but I dug it. So
I still need to pick it up. I guess like $5 at Best Buy. So Definitely.
That was originally a Best Buy exclusive. Like, you couldn't get it anywhere else. I remember a buddy, like, he didn't want to bootleg it, but, like, he had no other option because it was, like, fucking 4 hours to buy the disc, you know, and he didn't want to wait, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's cool, man. Well, anything else you wanna chat about at all, or?
Well, you know, for anybody else out there that listens to our show, we should be coming back here soon. We're trying to get something rocking here together, and I don't know. I hope we can get you guys on here soon again, maybe, you know, in the near future. I don't know. Like I said, we're going to be bumming along with the episodes and stuff, so I think we're about moving your guys' speed now, which isn't it? I don't know. It's so slow. We've never slowed down like this. We used to do, you know, sometimes 3 episodes, 4 episodes, so, you know.
Well, yeah, man, anytime, man. Just, you know, let us know, and I'd love to, you know, do something more, and vice versa, too. I mean, I want to get you guys on, and, you know, we should all just pick a film and just fucking tear it to shreds, dude.
Or pick a film that we really like and fucking bolster it up and talk it up and sell it up like it's a fucking crack whore. So
that too, man. Either or.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Now that I'm down south, maybe because I know you guys have been out to the conventions and shit. Maybe we can fucking meet up at a convention and get something fucking rocking here too. So I think it's going to be a good year for me, and you know, I see you guys doing a bunch of shit. That's awesome, because I remember we had you guys on the show just to promote, and it doesn't feel like a fucking year to me. So where's the time go, man? It's crazy. Shit. So
I don't know. Were you thinking about maybe hitting up some conventions, or was there any ones close to you that you were actually, you know, looking at? Or
well, I mean, I got access to wheels and shit, so you know, it just depends, you know, how work comes in. You know, I just got down here, so but it's a lot of fucking work down here, so. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Kentucky's not very far, so you know, I'm thinking about maybe Fright Night Film Fest might be in the cards, but you know, I'm not. I'm just going to go there as a convention goer. I'm not going to be really pushing the show as hardcore, but, you know, I might do that. I don't know. It just all depends. I got to get, you know, moving down here to see what's up. But, yeah, before the end of the year, I'd like to go to a convention for sure. So
sweet, man. Yeah, after hitting our first convention, man, you get that fucking high, you know, like come back from it, too, and you're just like, you're still on that high. It's pretty crazy. I'm really looking forward to that KC Crypticon one that we're heading up. But yeah, that Fright Fest or whatever sounds pretty sweet too. I have been looking at that. So
yeah. I've looked into that convention, the Crypticon, a couple times because they get some good guests in there. You know, I'm kind of hanging loose. I'd like to see more. You know, I'm dig horror and everything, but like. I want to meet more exploitation people and, you know, stuff like that. So, but, you know, who knows? I might just, you know, if shit doesn't get off quick enough, odds are I'll probably be back out to Wasteland in October because they do a fall show. You know, they do 2 shows a year. So I might just go back out to that because I really dug the people and shit and go out there for a weekend and, get smashed and have a good time. So it all depends. I don't know. Well, I'll keep you updated. So
yeah, for sure, man. Because I definitely hit a Wasteland. I mean, I don't care who the guests are. I just want to fucking go out there to party, man.
That's definitely a show I think you and Lush will feel right at home at. I'll be honest with you because I know how you guys like to get down and you know, I think you'll dig it, and the prices are reasonable on shit like posters and stuff like that, and the autographs are reasonable. I don't know. I've heard, you know, some of these bigger conventions like Horror Hound, the prices are a little bit, you know, different, but you know, they're no more than 25, I think, at Cinema Waste. I guess it depends, but yeah, I wanted to go last fall to meet John Saxon and stuff, but I figure John Saxon, he's getting out there and shit. I'll probably meet up with him eventually.
Saxon be fucking amazing. Yeah.
Best movie horror cop, hands down. So.
Oh, I agree. He's probably my favorite film of his is that Cannibal Apocalypse, dude. I love that film.
Yeah, that one's not bad. I'm a real big fan of Tenebrae, and he's in that stuff. It's not really because he's in that, but like he's kind of like the fucking cherry on top and stuff. And Blood Beach is not bad at all. Don't let anybody steer you wrong on that one because Burt Young and him. I mean, fuck, dude, what more can you ask for? Burt Reynolds to show up in the Bandit or what?
Hell yeah. I know J-Dog has a boner for that film too, right?
Yeah, I mean, he loves that film. I think he's got a couple posters and shit, and I didn't think I'd like it, but I mean, I dig Burt Young and I dig John Saxon, and it ended up, it's not as bad as it seems, but the problem is it needs to be remastered so that you can see the dark scenes better. It doesn't look good. There's no prints out there that look good on home video, and it's just fucking screaming for a release, and I don't know, man. It looks like a print code Red would probably pick up, but it'll probably take them 10 years to get it out. So I don't know. Synapse maybe pick it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wonder who owns the rights to it because it deserves a release.
Oh yeah, at least on DVD.
Yeah, just right on there, fucking Paulie from Rocky.
Exactly, man.
Just put a sticker on there. Code Red could do that. It's got Paulie from Rocky in it, and people will buy it up left and right, man.
Oh man. Well, shit, yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. You want to throw the people out your URL and everything, and
yeah, sure. I guess I don't know. You guys can find us at exploitedcinema.blogspot.com, and we're on Facebook under Exploited Cinema. The banner says Sleazeville, so you're right in the right neighborhood when you find us and stuff. And just I don't know. We've been on here before, haven't we? Me and J-Dog.
Yeah.
We cover pornos and every fucking thing under the sun. So Breakin', if you like obscure 80s, we covered Breakin' once. So I mean, I don't know. Fuck, I think your listeners are probably pretty happy listening to your guys' show. I mean, you guys keep everyone updated on the new shit. Hey, I listen to your show, so I wouldn't even know what's coming out if I didn't listen to your show. So
well, shit, guys. I mean, your show actually got us off the ground, and just even talking to you guys. So, I mean, you're the inspiration for Behind the Mask. So we appreciate that, and I mean, I'm always up to date on your guys' show. I love it. I don't mind.
I'm glad you guys made it. Got a 1 year down, and you guys are getting a lot of traffic because I know you guys got a nice fan base going now, and that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. So check out Exploited Cinema, and with that, let's roll into a break. So we'll talk to you guys soon.
You're listening to Behind the Mask.
Hey, you're listening to Behind the Mask Presents. Who's this?
Hi, this is Dakota.
What's going on, man?
Not much right now. Just enjoying life.
Just kidding. You're on Larry King Live.
What's on your mind, man? Are you a long-time listener, first-time caller?
Or vice versa?
No, I'm a first-time caller. I've been listening to your show for practically since it came out, and I do have to say it's definitely your show has definitely matured since you guys began. I have to give you guys props for that. It's a really great show, very informative, very entertaining. So not many people can pull off an hour and a half long podcast and have it be entertaining. Every second of it. So I do have to give you guys props for that. So
thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother.
I kind of want to ask this to everybody, but how's the Riverman doing at his job? Why don't you rate each one of us? Rate each one of us.
Don't even start. I'm the technical guy. I'm not the voice.
I want to rate each one of us though. Like who's your favorite? Which one's the bad?
My favorite?
Who's Donnie Wahlberg? In my case, I love Donnie.
Well, obviously, you guys, all three of you, are very different personalities in a way, and you guys all complement each other well. Riverman is the, more soft-spoken, real guy. Aaron,
Goose? You blew my cover! You blew my cover!
Anyway, Goose Flush, he's the guy, that's not afraid to pull any punches and really give what he thinks about what he seriously thinks about something, even though it might be way different than a huge audience, what they might, even if they might contradict his opinion, he will voice it. And then the Lush, I like him. He's a comedic relief. I think he's really good. And he obviously, he does just as well. He's just as real and just as good, giving opinions and whatnot as the rest of the guys. I'm not trying to say he's not good at that. But where his strong point is the comedic relief. We got Todd. He's like the fucking also known as the Riverman. He is the
reins us all back in, pretty much.
The soft-spoken dude. Yeah, the soft-spoken dude. It's very nice to have somebody, soft-spoken. And then we got, Gooseflesh, who, is not a frick one punch.
Well, Riverman's good for...
You guys want me to pick a favorite? Is that what you guys want me to do?
Well,
pick a favorite.
A what?
Dude, you don't have to stroke our egos any further. Goose, let him off the hook. Jeez.
River acts as like a producer too. Whenever I say something and it's a little too taboo, he's the one that's shaking his head. Like the chewed up bubblegum stuff. I'm sick of that, or the filet mignon. Whatever.
Somebody's got to keep this show in order.
But
this whole damn court's out of order.
But we've officially gotten off, so we don't need any more of that. Do you got a question? You got any hot topics? What do you want to talk about?
I was just wondering what film, you guys are most anticipating for 2012. Because, I have the big five that I had in mind. I already saw one of them, The Avengers. I've got four others, but before I'm not going to name those yet. I'm just going to ask you guys, what are you guys most excited for as far as film releases for 2012?
I'll take mine first.
Well, what was he asking? I'm sorry?
Most anticipated films of 2012.
Well, before we actually do that, will you tell us what you thought of Avengers? I'm dying to know, actually. Because I loved it. I thought it was a perfect comic movie.
I thought Avengers was great, actually. I really liked it. I was actually really surprised. With Marvel, it's fucking hit or miss.
Yeah, you're not a Marvel fanboy at all, so...
Oh, I really like Marvel. I really like everything Marvel's done, except for fucking Hollywood's movies that they made of their,
Yeah, that's
the
more...
franchise,
Mm-hmm. That's more or less...
The franchise.
You, if I recall right, you hated X-Men First Class. That's why, your opinions were always a little shoddy with me. You kind of lost my trust a little bit. But
I didn't really care for X-Men First Class. I just didn't. I think they really could have made it more like the comics. I think they really had a good chance there, so they kind of just dropped the ball with the story. That wasn't terrible, but it's something I didn't really care for. I really like X-Men 2 better than X-Men First Class. I like X-Men 3 better than First Class.
Ooh.
X-Men First Class might be better than the first X-Men. I didn't really care for the first X-Men as much.
You had me at X2.
Well, that's my opinion.
That's fair enough. You had me at X2. I agree with you because that's my favorite, arguably one of my. That's in my top 3 comic movies ever. Then you said X-Men 3, and I almost had a heart attack.
It cuts deep.
I do. I like X-Men 3 all day.
Cuts like a knife. Rock on. So that's cool. I'm glad you liked the Avengers. Now we're going to get into our most anticipated. River, you want to go first?
Yeah. I'll throw mine out there. It's the one I've been looking forward to for years and years. It's that new Lords of Salem film by Rob Zombie.
Really?
Been looking forward to that ever since Halloween 2 came out.
Hell yes.
I mean, I'm a big fan of all his movies, even the Halloween movies.
I didn't care for Halloween 2 that much.
I loved Halloween 2, but...
I liked it as well. I don't know what all the fuss is about. I don't know why everybody's bitching.
Everybody shits on those films, but...
I like the first one.
I think Rob Zombie could actually, this could be the film that, kickstarts the horror genre back, into place.
I hope so, man.
Because that Cabin in the Woods sure as hell wasn't. I wasn't a big fan of that. So
I still hear people raving about that.
They do, but it's just ugh.
Did you see Cabin in the Woods, Dakota?
When it first came out, freaking Cabin in the Woods and Rotten Tomatoes had like an 88% approval rating. I'm like, you serious? It's got to be so good. And I saw it, and I was like, please stop this now.
Yeah, thank you.
It was with all the fucking, they try to cleverly fit in all of the horror movie cliches and la-di-da, whatever. And I don't think it was clever at all. I didn't really like it very much. It just didn't play out well for me. I know everybody else. A lot of people said they liked it. It didn't play out well for me. And there's one particular part, there's parts of the movie, that I was like, what the
what? Like I said, like there's one part in the ending. I don't really want to build spoilers out there, but I'm sure
Yeah,
I've
Sigourney
said it
Weaver
before.
pops up. Whatever. I just ruined it. I don't care.
A dead horse pops up, you say?
She looks like a dead horse.
Oh. Well,
that's straight from South Park. But.
You pretty much agree with us on that flick, which, by the way, never, ever trust Rotten Tomatoes when a movie first comes out, because it's always overly rated, and then if you go back to that same flick maybe 6 months to a year later, you'll notice the rating goes way down.
You know what I think the deal with that movie was? Is we've been so fucking deprived of anything original out of Hollywood for so long.
Built up false hope.
That, this was like the first, big original horror movie to come out of Hollywood. And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's great," But the real horror fans were just like, it was good." But
even the real horror fans liked it though. It's
you're right. I guess I misspoke there when I said real horror fans, but I think it was overhyped. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Have you? This is kind of on the totally going off topic, but have you guys seen The Innkeepers yet?
Yeah, I liked it.
Is it
a lot.
good?
Yeah,
I fell asleep.
Do you like it?
If you like slow burn films, you'll like it.
Was it better than House of the Devil or no?
I like House of the Devil. It holds a place close to my heart, but
so not as good as House of the Devil for you.
No, but it's still. The characters are great. The acting is great. I really enjoyed it.
I've been pushing it off, but Dakota, do you have Netflix?
What's that?
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah, I do have Netflix.
I want to watch I Saw the Devil. I've heard nothing but
fantastic movie.
Is it?
Yes.
It's been in the queue, and I've been keep pushing off because it's foreign and whatever, and I just got to be in the right mindset. But I really tonight or tomorrow I'm probably going to crack down and watch it because I love the director of that also directed A Tale of Two Sisters, which I loved, and I like the things he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Are you big into foreign horror, Dakota? Foreign flicks?
Yeah, foreign films? I love foreign films.
Yeah, it's cool. Right. Rock on. Well,
I Saw the Devil is in my top 5 revenge movies. I fucking loved it.
I can't wait to see it. So wait, I guess we're going through. Are we going through our top 5s? I don't know if I honestly didn't think River was going to go with that.
Go with what?
Oh yeah, we were on the most anticipated.
Most anticipated.
I forgot about Lords of Salem. I was surprised. I thought you were going to say Expendables 2, just like me.
No, I'd rather see Lords of Salem.
See, Expendables 2 is my number one. Avengers, I was really excited about that. So but since that's passed, I won't even include that. So Expendables 2 is my number. But I'm also really, I don't know, man. Prometheus is.
It looks pretty insane.
It's a pretty big summer. This summer was packed full with just because I'm a huge Ridley Scott fan, old sci-fi Ridley Scott. I'm a huge Alien fan. It's still my holy trinity of horror movies is Alien, Hellraiser, and maybe Evil Dead 2. So I'm a huge Alien fan. So I don't know. It's Prometheus or Expendables 2. Nate, Lush, sorry.
I agree with both of you guys. I'm extremely excited about Lords of Salem. Also excited about Expendables 2. One of the movies that I was really looking forward to has already come out, actually. It's called The Raid. It's a movie out of Thailand, and people are touting it as one of the best action films of all time. And I still have not seen it yet. I believe it's still in theaters now. And I really, really want to see that movie. I was really excited about it when I saw the trailer for it quite a ways back. So
I think that's the one that Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park did the soundtrack for.
Yes, that is the one.
Yeah.
And don't let that discourage you if you're not a Linkin Park fan. Because the movie looks fucking intense. And it's just, the fight sequences in that look nuts. And it's kind of like... what was that movie, the Bruce Lee movie? Was it The Game? Where he has to go up, those different floors or whatever? Or
yeah, I think it was.
Is that called The Game? I think it was. It's kind of like that. This group of elite cops has to, climb this 30-story, tenement building or whatever. And this crime boss is, up at the top, and he's got, all 30 floors stocked with, criminals and fucking crazy people. And these cops just have to fight their way up to the top, is what I gathered from it, and it looks fucking insane. So I'm really excited about seeing that, and it just came out this year. So
yeah, I've been in, just like Lush is talking about, I've been more of an action mood lately. I'm a big action fan, probably a big. I'm more of an action guy, whereas these, I'd say, I don't know, probably maybe more than a horror guy. So that's why Expendables 2's up there. But that's why I also loved Safe so much with Jason Statham. Did you see? If you saw that, if you didn't see that,
that was awesome, dude.
If you didn't see that, see that. But what's your anticipated one, Dakota, or ones?
My most anticipated?
Yeah.
It's probably Expendables 2 because it's Van Damme's very first return. Full big release on the big screen. But
you want to see that spin kick on the big screen.
The Dark Knight Rises and The Hobbit. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fanboy. I don't care what anyone says. But so I'm looking forward to The Hobbit, as well. And another movie I'm not really excited about, but I know I'm going to fucking see is Spider-Man. I know I'm not really excited about it. I don't think it's going to be freaking good, but I'm going to see it anyway. I know I'm going to.
Me too. I'll still see Spider-Man.
Yeah. I'm still, it's one of the movies, Spider-Man.
What do you think about the whole 48 frames per second that them shooting The Hobbit in 48 frames?
Sounds like shit to me.
Which it's basically, that means it's most movies are filmed at 24 frames, so this is basically going to look like a live news broadcast or like a soap opera. What do you think of that?
Yeah, kind of like soap opera style, or I know British comedy. I don't know.
I think it's a bad move.
Yeah, I know. What?
No, go ahead.
Oh, anyway. What do I think of that? I'm very open-minded about it.
Me too.
I have no problems with that. That's what they want to do. Then that's fine. I don't think that'll necessarily affect the quality of the story. If it's really that distracting, because I'm gonna, take Peter Jackson's word for it and say it's a good decision, and whatever, you get the Oscars, I don't.
I personally, I'm like you. I'm personally more open-minded to it than like someone like River is, where he's totally against it. Well, hold on. I just want to say, Peter Jackson defended it, saying, it's just new, and that's the way things are going, and I do believe that. And he's like, once you watch it for 15 minutes, you kind of get used to it.
That's kind of bullshit, in my opinion. Because try watching Star Wars Episode 3 on an LED TV and make you want to puke.
Yeah, dude, I watched Dead Hooker in a Trunk on an LED TV, and it wasn't the same, dude. It
looks too realistic.
It's too pretty. It's supposed to be gritty, and
I watched it on an LED TV.
And maybe The Hobbit is gonna look. Maybe it's supposed to be really pretty.
It looks better than a soap opera, which is crazy. Yeah. It looks too real.
Yeah.
Which I want to see a movie. I don't want to see a fucking hologram.
But I'm open to it. I'm open to seeing a movie like that and to seeing how I can adjust, because it's different. I think.
How is it different than the Star Wars film that I saw that I turned off because it looked like shit?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about personally with that. I'm interested in checking it out. I'm not against trying it out. And personally, I'm not a huge I'm not a huge Hobbit fan and all this stuff and Tolkien fan. So whatever. I don't personally object to trying it out on a movie like that. I mean,
I'll let you waste the $13. That's your problem.
I'm not going to go to the theater. I don't. I just told you I wasn't a fan of that stuff. Why would I spend $13 on it? I'll watch it walking through a Walmart on one of the TVs.
I'm sure The Hobbit. I'm sure it's going to be a great movie and everything. I would just really love to see Peter Jackson get back to his roots and do Dead Alive 2. I would love that. That's a sequel I would go see. Fuck, the end of Dead Alive, the baby survives. The baby's still sitting there crying. He could have crawled off and went and bit somebody.
Movie there is.
Come on, Peter Jackson, do Dead Alive 2 for Christ's fucking sake.
Have you ever seen Dead Alive, Dakota?
I have never seen Dead Alive.
Oh, Dakota, you gotta watch it.
It's the goriest movie you'll ever see in your life. It is the most goriest movie.
It's splatter all over the place.
And if you like, you're like me and River, you like Return of the Living Dead, right?
Yeah, I love Return of the Living Dead.
Aren't you a big fan? So am I. I love the first Return of the Dead. I like the second one as well.
I do too.
But
I like all three.
I really think you'd like this kind of campy.
You'd love it.
Yeah,
style it's horror. Cheesy, comical gore.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Yeah, I kick ass for the Lord.
But he's just like Sam Raimi. He started out one place and ended up another place.
Yeah, that's just my opinion on that whole thing. I don't know. Just call me.
But anyway, I guess we're divided. Me and you agree. I'm more open-minded to it. So, and who knows? It might work for different movies. It might work better for different movies than, I don't know. Maybe people are seeing this giant epic like The Hobbit. It's this huge budget. Maybe they're like, hey, it just looks like a bunch of Halloween costumes now.
I'm sure it'll end up going over well. I'm sure.
Well, of course it will, because now he's pussied out, and now they're releasing it in both 24 and 48 frame. It's like, way to stand up for your integrity. Right. It's like you're saying, tough it up, this is the way it's going to go.
I don't see anybody putting any movies out in 48 frame. I don't know why he has to be the first. Just, I don't know, some ego trip or something.
Maybe it's not a horrible thing that's going to be released in both formats. Because the big fanboys are probably going to want to see it in each one, you think, just to check it out. I mean, would you see it in both, Dakota? Or if you could only see it in
yeah, I'll see it. I mean, it's like, if I see it, in the 48 frame, 48 frame, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 48.
I forget the 48. Anyway, if I see it now, first, I'll definitely give the other one a shot. But, if it's really good in 48, then that'll be good enough for me. If it's really good, if I just said, I didn't really enjoy it that much, and I'll come out right out and say it as soon as I watch the movie. I'll tell you if I liked it, if I hate it. It's, as soon as it happens. But, if it's something I love, I'm not going to go, straight and seek out the 24 freaking frame, version of it. I'm not going to do that, but, I will give it, if it really sucks, and I'm thinking, I don't really care. The movie's good, just the camera I always is, then I'll be like, all right, just pick up the other version. Just try that out. Pop it in on the fucking Blu-ray player and watch it, But
it sounds like
I don't really care.
It sounds like something James Cameron would do, by doing that shit. I mean, he's just trying to milk people for their money.
Well, speaking of James Cameron, he's officially retired from anything other than Avatar. He's he's not going to make or even produce any more movies. The rest of his career, he's going to make Avatar 2 and 3, maybe even 4.
Biggest piece of shit on the planet.
Yeah, and he'll do documentaries.
For good, or
that's it. Yeah, he announced that literally last week that he is done directing, writing, or producing any more movies. He doesn't want to produce for anybody else. He's like he's going to leave his legacy with he's going to do Avatar 2, 3, and maybe even 4, and he's going to direct documentaries, and that's all he's going to do. There will be no more anything from James Cameron outside of Avatar.
And I don't mean to offend anybody that likes Avatar, but Avatar is a piece of shit film. I mean, visually it was beautiful, but the story, the script, it was a piece of shit. Yeah. I mean, all in all, the movie's garbage.
The story really wasn't great. I mean, I'd say it has stunning visual.
The visuals were beautiful.
And all the best thing in the world.
Oh, it looked beautiful, but other than that, it was a piece of crap, I thought.
Yeah.
Ferngully.
It wasn't original, People will say, oh, it's a Pocahontas story. Yeah, which it is true. It is, very similar to that story, But, it was good visual. The movie didn't, suck balls. It wasn't that great. It doesn't deserve, the highest grossing film ever.
I think the Avengers is going to beat it.
Yeah,
I think the Avengers is going to topple it.
That's cool with me.
The Avengers, they broke records, man. They did what was it, 209 million?
Yeah, I know.
209 million in the first weekend, and it's already been out. It was out for a whole week internationally. So in the first 12 days, it was already 600 and something million. That's nuts. I want to go back to Expendables. We'll kind of wrap up the film talk. I was saying that the trailer alone got me super excited just because, just from the little bit they showed us, that it showed me that it's going to be a much better movie all around, just from the one-liners.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I now pronounce you man and knife. The first Expendables kind of faltered on that. The dialogue was so bad, where some of it was kind of good, but it was just so bad. The one-liners weren't even clever; they were just stupid, but they were forgivable. But this one, I now pronounce you man and knife. That's 80s classic.
That's funny, dude. I love it.
And what else is there? There's the this car. My shoe is bigger than this car. It rips the door off.
Was that Arnold that did that?
Yeah.
Oh God.
What do you think?
My shoe is bigger than this car.
Yes, that's what I just said. Yeah. But
that's funny.
I think it's going to be a great.
Is that guy Arnold? Is Arnie back in shape? I even follow him. I know
he doesn't really look like he doesn't look like he's in super good shape.
No.
He looks like he's old.
He doesn't look the same. That's for sure. He looks like
he's not like Van Damme. Have you seen Van Damme? Van Damme posted a brand new picture on his friggin' because he's going to do some. He is in shape. He's in prime shape. Back when he's in really good shape.
You talking about the one he's talking about freaking in the gym and come out training, whatever.
Yeah, he's wearing the JCVD wife beater. Yeah, he just posted. Yeah, he's looking freaking good, man. I'd wax his pole.
Oh, you would.
But anyway, so all right, well, we're gonna wrap this one up. We got to take another call.
Yeah, this is, I'm a friend of Nate Columby's. Les Rob, I run the Angry Brothers Omaha Chocorama.
Hey, Les, what's going on,
Les,
brother?
how you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, guys? I was just going to leave some feedback, so I was doing it in character, but didn't cut me off.
Oh, shit.
That's cool, man.
Well, you can get back into character and just tell us in the flesh. We'll be dumb to it.
We can edit.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. Just give me a minute. All right. Well, greetings, faithful followers. I just wanted to take a few minutes just to say hi to the crew at Behind the Mask. Just to give you a little heads up. The Angry Brothers Omaha Chocorama has been picked up by 2 other online networks. Free Underground TV at www.freeundergroundtv.com and the Monster Channel at www.100ymm.com. That stands for 100 Years of Monster Movies.
Beautiful.
We're also appearing on the Vortex, which is livestream.thedvortex. We also appeared in the Terror from the Beyond the Dave's blog. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's a big horror host blog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I wanted to advise you and your listeners to check it out and have some great pictures of our two female co-stars and some really great artwork appearing in that. Just wanted to see what was up with you guys. I know we were supposed to get an interview going here, but we can't seem to get our schedules to coordinate.
Oh God, it's been so hectic. We actually are in production on our first film right now.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen anything about that, which is all the more reason for us to get on with you and do an interview.
Well, actually, what I'd like to do for you is this: if you guys don't mind having us, we'd love to. After you, if you're going to do it like at a film festival or something, we'd love to have you run your film on our show.
That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
Very
man.
cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm working on putting together a horror movie film fest. I don't know if you might have seen that post on our Facebook page.
I did see that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some feedback on how much interest there would be, and I'm going to start discussing it with some theaters. Our show is what we call a host producer for the Horror Host Underground. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of the national horror host, different horror hosts on our show. Let's see, we're not this week. Not next week, but the week after, we're going to be running a special called The Ladies of the HHU. It's all the female horror hosts and sidekicks, and the movie is going to be Lady Frankenstein.
Very cool. Are you guys hooked up at all with the chicks from Midnight Mausoleum?
Well, I know them. They're on my Facebook page, and I think we got some of their movies or their shows as part of the Horror Host Underground. I mean, are you talking about Marlena Midnight?
Yeah,
and
Marlena
Roxy
Midnight,
Tyler?
Robin Graves. Yep.
Yep, Robin Graves. Yes. I'd love to meet them in person. It's just we don't get out much.
Right. We actually had the opportunity to meet them out at Horror Hound Weekend in Columbus, Ohio.
Yep.
And,
that's where we want to try and be there next year.
Yes, do that because it's about the best forum that you can find in the Midwest for sure.
Yep. We just got to figure out how to swing the cash.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
We're hoping we can since we're appearing on these other venues, we'll be able to drum up some sales from our swag shop where we can get all the Angry Brothers merchandise you could possibly want.
Excellent. Well, we definitely want to, like I said, we've obviously been very busy with, production on the movie and the website and all kinds of stuff. But, we still obviously want to keep in touch with you. And we would still very much love to come on the show. And
well, you're you're always welcome. I haven't forgotten the solid you guys did for me back during the winter, and it's like I said, anytime you need Brother Jack or the crew from the Monastery of Mayhem, all you have to do is pick up the phone and ask.
Oh, we appreciate that very much.
And we really appreciate what you guys do. You guys are awesome.
Excellent, yeah, very cool.
Have you had a chance to watch very many of our shows?
Oh yeah. Watch them all the time. Actually, I DVR them all the time. So.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I think you're going to be especially interested in episode 19 and 20. To episode 20, we do an interview with the Glam Girls, and I don't know if you're familiar with that site, but they're a really great bunch of gals. And, Jeremy Lubash, their producer, he was kind enough to bring them over to the Monastery of Mayhem, and we had a pretty good time. I mean, we passed out the beer and the Jaeger and all of that.
I was going to say, how can you not have a good time with them, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was definitely an experience.
That would make a dead man's dick rise, I'm sure.
Without a doubt. I mean, yeah. It's like I didn't need my little blue pills after that one. But no, you're going to want to pay special attention to episodes 19 and 20. 19 is our bikini show. We're running the Beach Girls and the Monsters, and I was lucky enough to get Ash and Inferna into their bikinis. I didn't put on my swimsuit. I didn't want to make anybody that sick. So.
You might have made the girls jealous. Who knows?
We'd love it.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, when I die again, I'm leaving my body to science fiction. But no, I love the work you guys done. I haven't had a chance to listen to all of your episodes. I've caught a few of them. Do me a favor, post your link on our Angry Brothers Facebook page, so I can get that to my listeners, because I had some inquiries about it.
Very cool.
Okay, that's great.
Excellent. We will do that.
Yeah. All right.
And,
we'll do the same too.
Yeah, we will. We will post your links on our stuff as well. So.
Well, I got some great news. We have worked out a sponsorship deal with Lovers Luxuries in Benson. It's 61st and Maple. We're going to be appearing in there. I haven't got a date nailed down yet, because Liz, the owner, is also she's a haunt. She runs one of the local haunts. I believe it's the Ranch of Terror.
Yeah.
Really good friends with us. Oh, yeah.
She's a good friend of mine also. Yep.
Okay, well, great. Well, we're going to be appearing there. I'm hoping to get it for sometime in June.
Cool.
So when I get the dates nailed down, we'll let you know and, pass it on to your listeners, and we urge everybody to come down there and support Liz as far as the store and everything. It's a great shop. I mean, we love it.
Oh, it's the best in town. I mean, and the best, within a couple states, probably.
Yeah, goddamn right. The only thing it lacks is she had theaters and booths. It would be perfect.
Yes.
But
we'll definitely get down there also. So
yeah. I just want to also give a big shout out to my friend Jonathan Johnson, who runs Rotting Flesh Radio. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Heard of it? Yes.
Yeah, well, Brother Jack Embry is their Midwestern, is their Omaha correspondent. I've just been having some hard times hearing from Jonathan about what exactly what I need to do to submit a report, and I'm trying to get that worked out. So you're going to see us there, and we also have a group on Facebook called Horror Host Happenings. It's a place for horror hosts to post their upcoming appearances and venues, and we report on it and do a few other things.
Excellent.
Excellent. So we got a lot of projects going here.
It really is all about community. So
no, I agree.
Yep. Without a doubt, we're also looking to include a couple of. We're going to be doing some more female parts for the show. I am trying to. I've been interviewing actresses for that, but I still haven't found the right ones yet. But so we'll be adding hopefully some new characters here pretty soon.
Very cool.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say hi. I mean, I don't want to take up all your time. When this goes on the air, just drop me a note and a link so I can so I can make sure I grab it.
All right, sounds
Excellent.
great, man. Yeah, we'll definitely
All right.
link you up. So I appreciate you calling in and everything. So
Oh, well, no problem. I was just happened to be going through my Facebook and saw the numbers, so I'll put it in my phone. Are you guys on blog? Are you on Blog Talk Radio or what service do you broadcast through?
we go through TalkShoe, but I mean we're through iTunes and everything else. So
so you get all the syndication going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do too. I mean, all of our stuff. As soon as we put it up on Blip, it goes to iTunes and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I've got crap out there. I don't even know where it goes, but we go everywhere.
So,
but anyway,
yeah, this will be up. Yeah, just tune in, and our next episode will be this talk show. So yeah, tune in, man, and appreciate you calling in. So.
Great.
We will be in touch too, as far as coming into the what do you call it? The monastery or whatever.
The Monastery of Mayhem. Yeah.
Yes, we would love to come down.
Well, I feel like you try to get James, out of his drunken stupor. We've been having some problems with him lately, but I'll make sure the girls are there for you.
Excellent. Oh, we always enjoy that. So.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, do me a favor. Post the mailing address on Facebook, and I'll make sure you get some autographed pictures too.
Great.
Excellent.
Appreciate it, man.
Yep. One of our listeners donated an entire production run for our photographs, so we've got just tons of photos.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's like I have to give him a big shout out. It's Bonner Press, and I believe it's on 38th and Dodge. So yeah, I would urge any of your listeners, if they need anything done, go down there and tell them the Jack Angry Show sent you.
Excellent.
All right.
Very cool.
Well, you guys take it easy, and unpleasant dreams.
All right,
you
brother.
too. We'll be in touch.
Bye.
All right, great, excellent.
Hey. This Behind the Mask presents. Who's this?
Oh, this is Denise. Who's this? I know who this
Behind
is.
the Mask presents.
I don't know who'd you call.
Oh gosh, this is a very.
I know who the hell this is.
It's a very special guest.
I was calling Todd and Tyler.
That's right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you know what? They have yet to plug us on their show, so let's not plug them on this show.
Screw those guys.
Until there's some mutual back scratching, let's keep their names out of the mix. I'm just.
I got news for you. I've already been on the radio with them, and they ain't worth plugging. So let's keep on going on.
You love Todd and Tyler. First of all, everybody, this is.
She loves us better, though. Obviously,
this is the Goose Spawner.
This is Mother Goose.
Mother Goose.
Mother Goose.
This is my.
That's
my
right.
Mother.
She spawned a goose. I don't know where the flesh is coming.
I laid the golden egg is what I did.
Golden egg.
I don't know if I'd call it a golden egg.
More rotten than golden. I'm just joking.
It's more of a brown egg. You know those cartons of brown eggs you can buy?
Yeah. Just kidding.
No, he's golden. He is golden in our eyes.
Well, yes, he is. He is gold. He's
like
mine.
Rudy. I'm like Rudy. I'm not much to look at on the outside, but you know what? I got a lot of heart.
He'll take it to the end zone.
That sounded dirty.
Rudy only made 2 plays, dude. He was on defense. He didn't take it to
he
the
was on
end zone.
defense. Well, maybe he recovered a fumble and took it to the end zone.
He got 1 sack.
Dude never played football a day in his life, so you're fucked for betting on that one. I've got news for you.
I'd be happy with 1 sack. Give me 2 sacks. I don't care.
Sounds so wrong.
Oh, I'm going to reserve comment on that.
That's something every mother wants to hear there.
Well, Denise, thank you very much for calling. We appreciate all this. I mean, obviously, you support everything that we do, and we really appreciate that. So we obviously want to let you know that. That's amazing of you to do that.
So what's going on tonight? What's on your mind? You check out any movies or listen to any music lately, or?
Well, I'm looking forward to the Megadeth show.
Oh hell yeah! No, I was so excited about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting you too.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a total Megadeth babe on that, man.
But you're a big Rob Zombie fan too. That's why
You damn right. I'm
Denise,
a big
I
Rob
don't know.
Zombie fan.
Your buddy the Lush. I don't know if I'm going to make it out.
Well, I got news for you. Right now, I'm Lush Junior. So, you know, I don't know if I'll be making it out.
I don't know if I'm going to have the extra cash to get up there. So,
you referring to making it out as in going there. She was referring as making it out alive and sober.
Oh yeah, no, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to.
Oh
go.
no, I'll be there.
Yeah, we just don't know if she's going to be all there when she leaves.
Denise, we won't be sober when we're leaving there. I guarantee you that.
Well, Denise, if you get out there and I don't, then yeah, you're gonna have to kind of take my place, and yeah, you'll be the Lush.
If you don't get there, you're gonna miss me because I'm a hell of a show in myself.
I already miss.
She'll get in the circle pit, swinging her arms, the gorilla in heat. Just like, ah.
I already miss you.
Well, she's gonna be here for like 4 days anyway, so we can all get together and have. Not any drinks, but
drunk fest,
barbecue, or
nachos and margaritas.
But yeah, it'll be a good show. Something to review. Trying to see if I can work.
What if I said I'd buy Lush a ticket to go?
Oh, I'd say you're being awfully generous. Where's mine?
I would say I'd love you forever.
Well, love me, honey. Book him a ticket. And everybody go together.
All right, you're the boss.
And I'll pay.
She is Mother Goose.
Third.
Well, the way I see it, it's beyond the Mass Presents whole freaking go round. So let's just get it going on.
I'm just kidding.
We need everybody there to rate it and whatever.
It's all about solidarity, right?
Just know that your word is your bond, and that holds up in the legal court.
Honey,
so basically,
my word is always my bond.
If you're paying, I mean this. There's a contract involved with this. If you're paying for Nate to go, that means you're responsible for him. If he gets really wasted.
Oh fuck no! I ain't responsible for him. That motherfucker goes to jail.
Who's going to be responsible for the other?
It's the buddy system.
Yeah,
it's the buddy system. You're responsible for Nate. Todd, you'll be responsible for my mom, and I'll be responsible for you.
I was going to say, if Denise and I are responsible for each other, it's going to be a goddamn mess.
It's going to be goddamn mayhem, ain't it?
It will be.
It's going to be Megadeth mayhem.
It's funny. This is slowly escalated into what was going to be an awesome time. To this might turn into a big babysitting chore. Like I don't.
We'll be walking the hour and a half.
I just remember how drunk Lush got on the Rock Fest a couple years ago. We couldn't find you, and you were just wasted.
I bounce around everywhere.
That's fine. I do that too. But he was wasted, and
now wait a minute. You can't do that because when Mama Goose is ready to go home, either you're at the car or you're getting left behind.
I'll stay right.
You're going to fly home. So
does that mean you're driving? Does that mean we're taking the Rogue?
I'll be right in Mama Goose's basket of golden eggs.
Well, that's about what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to sit close around.
I don't even know what the hell we're talking about.
When it's time for me to go, I'm flying off.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll be in tow.
What does this remind me of? This reminds me of God, I thought hurricane season was over.
Hell yeah. Pineapple Express.
Hurricane Denise is fixing to hit Nebraska. I don't remember a freaking hurricane hit Nebraska ever in my life.
Mom, you're like the white version of Monique. You got a lot of sass.
That is funny.
You've known me all my life. Is that not the way I always am? That's me. That's the way I am.
We were talking about the movie Precious, and Monique had hamburger meat in her armpits. So I wouldn't say you're that bad.
Hey, oh boy. Remind me to slap him around when I get back there.
I'll give you one for you.
Remember on Billy Madison, you could stay home. You could help me shave my armpits. Oh, gross!
Oh, hell! Oh, that's just come on.
I don't know how we transcended into that. Transitioned into that rather. Transcended like it's a higher plane of armpit hair talk.
Well, we do know for sure that Aaron is going to be going into timeout here soon.
Yeah, I think he might need to. I think y'all need to sit him in the corner. I think y'all sit him in the corner, turn his little face around there, and make him stare at it for about 2 damn hours. I did it years ago, and I forgot about it. I fell asleep, and he fell asleep in the corner.
You sit there and think about what you did. Oh shit, he's asleep.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Mommy?
He did. He thought about it long and hard and fell asleep.
I just have one question, Mommy.
Mommy?
I have one question.
Do you still love me?
No.
Yeah.
How come you bought Lush's ticket, not mine? Do you like him better? What the hell? What's that? I don't understand this.
Yeah, well, you know what? Aaron's been asking everybody who their favorite was. So, who's your favorite, Denise?
Don't put her up to that, because you know what she's going to say. I'm the favorite kid as a whole.
Well, you're her kid. Obviously, you're her favorite kid, but who's her favorite on the show?
Okay, well, once again, it's...
Aaron's been asking everybody else. Denise, who's your favorite?
He's been calling me out all night. I know it's not.
Now, you know damn well I got to say Aaron.
Thank you.
You know this.
Oh, you sell out.
Hey, who's the best? Who's the best looking on the show?
But I love all y'all. I love Lush, Ginger, and
first.
And oh wait a minute, rip me. Sorry. And Goose.
She calls him Ginger. She thought his name was Ginger for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah, and then she keeps.
I'm not the redheaded stepchild. My brother is.
Ginger.
You should just keep calling him Ginger. I think it's funny.
I thought his name was Ginger, so I always think of him as Ginger. But that's my pet name. That's my pet name.
That's my pleasure.
I love all y'all. Y'all crack me up. I enjoyed listening to y'all's podcast. I rolled my ass off the couch one night. I literally freaking rolled my ass off the damn couch listening to it.
Throw us some Friday quotes.
Throw you some what?
Some Friday quotes.
Some Friday quotes?
Yeah,
some Friday quotes?
Yeah, a little cube. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, let's see. Let's see. You ain't got no job. Let's see. You want to smoke? You ain't got no job. Whatever.
That's not it. Are you high? Are you high right now?
Fucking do it. I wish I was. No, I've just got about 7 Bud Lights in me. I mean, I guess I can say I'm high.
That's it.
But I know, you know what? On my Fridays, I'll watch that movie.
This?
I can freaking say what they're saying when they're saying it.
Guess all
it's
the quotes.
Friday. You ain't got no job. This, that, and the other.
What you want?
You gonna get him high.
What you want? What you got?
All the quotes your son always used to tell me was
I like the one where he pulls out the box of the cereal, and he tells him he better put some water on that damn milk, or put some water on that damn shit, or whatever.
That's what he said.
Or he likes some. He's like, I like. What is it? What is it? He likes hog maws.
Hog
I like
maws, yeah.
chicken.
I love pig feet.
Eat up all the food.
Oh yeah, I love pig feet.
I think it's so funny. So basically, I think Lush is going to make it a rule, throw in a clause somewhere that you have to only talk to us when you're drunk because you're awfully generous.
Of course.
You have a few in you.
Obviously. And you know what? If you're feeling pretty good after 7 Bud Lights, I think you might have a hard time keeping up with this guy.
You know what?
You know what? You need to talk to Aaron, and he knows me, and I don't know if you can keep up with me. So,
you know what? You and me might be a disaster at Megadeth.
I mean, I'm pretty hardcore, and I'm not trying to brag on this because that's not a good trait, but I am.
It'll be good fun, that's for sure.
Ginger and I are going to bring our laser pointers. Yeah, to Dave.
Duh.
No, I'm not a lightweight. You can ask Aaron. That's the damn sure.
You know what, Denise? You don't have to do that. If you want to do that out of the kindness of your heart, I'm not going to say no, obviously. But I think it'd be a hell of a time for sure.
No, I'm actually, to be honest with you, I actually am sober. I don't even really get drunk until I've at least had 12 beers. So I'm actually still in my right mind, and I'm offering it.
That's more the kind of comment that I was looking for there.
I mean, until I get to number 12, I don't even start really getting tipsy. When I get to 18, I start getting drunk. When I get to a case, then it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah, just for any maybe underage listeners out there, we're not promoting drinking. We're not trying to promote.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to promote drinking. Do not. Okay, this is my promotion.
We're not trying to make you out to be some kind of
21, we don't
person,
drink.
But, okay, we're not trying to make you out to be like
drink responsibly.
We're not trying to make you out like beat Denise's record, everybody. Push it.
Yeah,
she has set the bar, and then
I am trying to find like alcohol sponsors for the show and the website, but yes, drink responsibly and don't drink if you're underage.
Well, I just no. I mean, that's not my pride and joy or anything. But don't put me under the gun to where I can't match up, because I know damn well I can. If anybody can drink 12 all-night teas and walk out of a fucking bar and walk a straight line and get out that son of a bitch,
God damn!
I guarantee you, I can fucking drink.
Just know that if you get too wasted, you gotta don't be too loud, because you gotta sleep in Carl's house. Carl's apartment, our apartment. You know,
order him a pizza.
We're gonna have to slide pizza under his door.
Man,
you know what?
Dude,
Which that would be
if worst comes to worst, lay the seats down in my SUV, lay me in it, and just fucking shut the hatch back and call it a night, and we're good.
I don't know if you want to do that in Omaha, because since I've been here, I've had my tires slashed, I've had my house broken into.
Oh, that's right. I'm going back to the big city. I forgot. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I forgot. I lived in Omaha and Branson. Yeah, and where I live, it's pretty simple. I mean, we don't have all that here.
I'm just kidding.
You know what? He's living in the wrong part of town, though.
Who's from the wrong part of town?
Yeah.
I'm not living in the wrong part of town. It's
not too bad.
No, I live by the ghetto Walmarts. But
yeah, it's just far enough west to where it's not considered ghetto, but it's far enough north to where it still could be.
Really? Because back when I was living there 10 years ago, it was, all that part of the town was all good. Everything's fine.
Yeah, not no more.
It's all moving out west.
Yeah, I do get a little
nervous. Shit.
I've been
just like Memphis. Everything moved into the suburbs and whatever.
All the riffraff keep coming out into the suburbs and shit. So.
Yeah, you know what? That's what happened with Memphis. I got the hell out and I don't go back. It's not safe.
When I was walking in Memphis, I got robbed from my wallet.
Well, I'll tell you what, you just try walking in Memphis down Beale Street and all that shit in that song, and you know what you need, and I tell everybody, if you're going to walk down Beale Street and you want to do all that shit, you need to carry a knife in one pocket and a gun in the other. That's the only way you're going to make it out, that son of a bitch.
So this is totally not like that song then. I mean, because that song was really joyous and he was loving it. And
yeah, he was. You know why? Because he wasn't singing it in fucking Memphis. He wasn't singing it in Memphis. He was out of Memphis. He was singing about it, but
he was in a studio.
I was a smart mom. I got my kids the heck out of there because I knew damn well that's a horrible place to be. I don't care. Only time I get anywhere near there is if I go to Tunica, and which is too close.
Did you ever see the Ghost of Elvis?
Huh?
It's in the song. Don't give me that look, man.
The Ghost of Elvis?
Saw the Ghost of Elvis down on Union Avenue. You didn't? Come on.
Yes, I know the song.
Followed him up to the... Okay. All right. Never mind.
Yeah, they ain't no Ghost of Elvis. Believe me. Trust me.
Saw Safe, and we thought it was the best one yet. So.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that really bad. I actually just got my free movie tickets the other day, so I'm trying to figure out whether to send the kids to the Avengers or take my ass to see Safe. One or the other. I don't know if he told you, but I work for a place that I get free movie tickets every month. I get 4 every month.
Excellent.
So
movies I hate.
So I never pay for a movie.
Nice.
Awesome.
I never pay to see movies, and I get half off concessions, and it's just a whole lot of fun for the kids.
Don't get too excited. Nate's got Statham's hairline, but he's got a ways to go on the lifting. I think
Hey, you know how I love the bald dudes.
Hey, if that's all I gotta do, I can work on the muscles.
I don't care about. I mean, I love the muscles for Brussels, but I don't really give a shit about that. But no,
I can do a fight scene in a chair.
That was Australian. You tapped it Australian.
Yeah, with the chair.
But no.
Yeah.
You know what I found out?
What?
You know what I found out? Hair is highly overrated.
What is?
Highly overrated.
Oh, hair.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck hair.
The guys that are balding or whatever.
I maintain my chest hair very well.
I'm not saying that there ain't some out there like Sons of Anarchy and different people out there, the hot little dude on there, but yeah, hair is highly overrated.
Head hair is so overrated. Chest hair, on the other hand.
I'm a vegetarian. No hamburger meat in my diet, thanks.
I don't know, but the other day I had a bald guy come on to me, and he freaking showed me his chest, and it looked like a fucking shag rug. And then that's when I was like, okay, that's it.
I just got a disturbing
image. Like that. I think the chest needs to match the carpet and the head. That's all I got to say.
I just got a disturbing,
get rid of that shit.
I just got a disturbing image from the Robert Carlyle lookalike from the Come Over video.
I think the goose is gonna fly.
Oh, I don't like comb overs. Comb overs gross me out.
Where did comb overs?
If you're comb overs are stupid. If you're gonna do it and you're going bald and you're balding or whatever, just take that shit down. I don't care if you got stubble, whatever, like Statham, your dad, whatever. Take that shit down. Make it look sexy. Don't do no comb overs.
Jason
comb overs are idiots way out.
Says, "Go all the fucking way."
This has been What Women Want segment with my mother.
Yeah,
Jason
that's
fucking Statham.
This is what this woman wants right here. I don't like that. You're damn right. I love me some Statham.
All right.
I mean, he's like a porn show for me. Just especially for you, Aaron.
Oh, Goose is about to fly away. His feathers are ruffled, and he's about to fly.
I know. He looks like a turkey with all his shit all spread around, and he's just like, oh my God, I can't believe Mommy's doing this to me.
You're calling a turkey? That's like kind of an offensive bird.
Who you calling Spook Peckerwood?
You're just putting all your little feathers out. They're just spreading out like a turkey. I know how that shit's rolling. I love my kid. I do. I just love to do shit for him for shock factor because he's always just like, oh my God, Mom, I just know you didn't do this.
You know what? We love you now, and God damn it, you got to be a regular on the show now. I think that's what's happening. And Goose is gonna just learn to love it.
Yep. So, but
well, he has to love me. I'm his mommy. He ain't got no choice. He ain't got no choice, and he knows he's my baby.
Yep.
There ain't nothing I wouldn't do for that kid if I can do it.
You're gonna have to sit through all this Jason Statham worship.
It is sick. I'm the one that got her. I'm the one that got her into Jason Statham. I wanted to jump his bones before she did. But I'm a big fan.
Shit, the hell you did. I think I already did it in my dreams.
Did Dad know about this?
I didn't tell him about my dreams.
All right, this is going too far.
That's about their dreams.
I'm really tired.
All right, Goose is ready to fly.
Yeah, I think we got to call it a night. At least I have to at this point.
He's gonna fly on home.
I didn't embarrass my poor
Dear
son.
God, make me better so I can fly away from this embarrassing.
Yeah, and somebody's going to escort him to bed. They might have to lay him down and give him a tranquilizer.
Like, Nate, why are you trying to inject me with that? That's not a needle.
Yeah.
Why is it going in my anal cavity?
That doesn't go there. Jeez.
Okay. Well, then, I don't care. Give you one of them. What do they call? What are the things called? Enemas or?
You're a flesh
Hey,
enema.
you heard it here first, folks.
I have parental consent to take a flesh enema from the Lush.
Yes.
That is disgusting.
Somebody with a southern accent just advocated homosexuality.
We're breaking new ground.
No.
Do I sound southern to y'all?
I think you sound southern to
Not
everybody.
at all.
To everybody.
That's so funny. That cracks me up.
Jason Statham loves them all.
Man, I tell you what. Y'all find out what Jason Statham's other is.
Hey.
I'm the first one that y'all let know.
I think I can get Jason Statham.
I'm on a need to know basis.
We may try to get an interview with him.
It won't happen, but I can try. Yeah. he's way too busy. But anyway,
if we get a phone call with him, he'll be like, "Fuck off," and that'll be
slag
it.
off.
Fuck off. That'll be it. But that may be enough.
But in the meantime, I'll do my best to work on Dave Mustaine. That'll have to suffice. That red mop will have to do you just fine.
Oh yes, I love Dave Mustaine. I love my picture. I love my autograph picture.
Oh yeah, the autograph picture I got.
He got me. He went and met Dave Mustaine. And he had got him to sign me an autograph picture. And I love that son of a bitch.
You know how Dave Mustaine greeted me? Very Dave Mustaine, like, "Hey bud, hey bud, hey bud." With his lower lip all slobbery looking hanging out. Hey,
I was so upset because I didn't know that he was going to get to meet him. He was like, "We actually went down there and met him." I was like, "Well, fuck! If I'd have known that, I'd have somehow got there and I'd have been there to do that."
Well, we'll see what the little bear can do and see if I can pull some strings, and maybe we can try my best. We'll talk to the guy. Maybe he'll be nice on this particular night. And,
little bear? I thought you were a goose.
Oh, I don't know.
And you talk to me, and I might be a little nice to them too.
I think they're past the groupie stage of their career. They're all married and old now. That's disgusting. But
fuck you.
Leave some more for us.
Oh, Mother Goose, I love you. You're the best.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. This has been
Mother Goose's nursery.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Aaron's just like, okay, this is over the top.
But
This concludes our 1-year anniversary call-in show. Stay tuned for more from BehindTheMaskPresents.com. We'll see you later.